is Sunday. I was always going to say, I hope these Sundays get better and better as far as you know what. I don't even want to say the word. It's got to go. It's got to go. It's got to go. You know what's really good? I just want to say really quickly about that, though. Do you know where this disease or this virus originated? They say life is starting to look like normal again. 2 months? What's out? We got, there's a long time between now and September, actually, when you think about it. All of May, June, July, August. Come on, it's got to go. Okay. More pleasant subjects to talk about than that. Anyway, let's do just that. The 49ers 2020 report card, it's glowing. It's a positive. It's a positive light we're talking about here this year. And when you consider John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan, and their colleagues, the guys did a great job when you think about it. They only had 5. We had 7 picks. 1, 2, yeah. They traded all of them, though. It's amazing what they did. Well, let's see. I'm going to... NBC Sports, I got the report cards. There's so many report cards out there. Not all of them are nice. CBS Sports, that was uncalled for. I'm not even going to talk about what they did, though. Juwan Jennings, of course, first round pick, grade A. It's NBC Sports, right? Brandon Ayuk, first round, grade B. Colton McKivitz, fifth round pick, C grade. I'm not sure why. We got to see more of him, I suppose. Charlie Warner, tight end, sixth round pick, grade B. And Juwan Jennings, wide receiver, seventh round pick, a grade B. Have you got a favorite yet so far? This is it for me. Juwan Jennings is a raging, out-of-control madman. That's what I like in my football players. Despite no picks in day 2 of the draft, it was still a busy affair for the 49ers. The Niners worked harder than ever this season, trading all 7 of their original 2020 draft picks over the course of the 3-day event. Now, you know what? You got to work harder to do that than you do just sit up and take your shots when your time comes on the clock. The club came out of the weekend with 5 drafted rookies, as well as an all-pro, Pro Bowl left tackle. Let's do a quick review with some quotes from John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan on each player's fit in San Francisco and get right to the phone lines. Starting with Juwan Jennings. With the exit, of course, of DeForest Buckner, the 49ers continued to build that front. We're used to having top. Now we're used to, see, after 1 year, we like what we see. It's good to beat the... Let me see, what can I say this so I don't get in trouble? It's good to beat the bridges off of a quarterback all game long. It ruins what they're trying to do. Every defensive lineman out there said, they're all singing together. All right, stop what you're doing, because we're about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. Bam! Boom, 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 boom. Oh, God, that was fun. I gotta. Careful with your protein mixture. Don't overdo it with the dairy products. It causes phlegm. Anyway, as I say, with the exit of DeForest Buckner, 49ers continue to build their front by adding one of the draft's top interior defensive linemen, and Kinlaw. JK was named a first-team All-American after posting 6 sacks and 6 tackles for a loss in 12 games with the Gamecocks in 2019. And for the 5th time in 6 consecutive drafts, the 49ers have continued to invest in first-round talent on the defensive line that finished the 2019 season with 48 sacks. I'm tied for 5th best in the league, which is really amazing because you know what? The only reason we didn't win that title? It's because we fell off after we started losing people, and the rotation slowed down. The guys got a little tired, especially with D Ford sitting down on the bench, and which took away from the overall impact of that frontline defense. So we're going to see what happens with that this year, because we may be drafting another. Does anybody know about the Dogs that are coming up next year as far as defensive line? Because the 49ers grab them in a heartbeat. Because I don't know, we'll see what Ford looks like this year. Lynch said at the close of day 1, quote, Kyle and I came together, and one of the things that we really believed in is a good defensive line is an equalizer in a football league where everything's set up for offenses to be successful. One of the ways you can equalize the equation is to get after and knock down the passer. We built a pretty good unit there, and we wanted to keep that strong. We thought he was a great fit for that. Unquote. Don, ain't nobody gonna argue with you, man. You keep that frontline defense ferocious, nasty, mean, and will not be messed with. Love it. Hey, and also, Brandon Ayuk, Arizona State, the most controversial pick of this draft, possibly, for a lot of us. Shanahan felt strongly about Ayuk in the first round of the draft, so much so he was willing to grab the receiver with the 13th overall pick had Kinlaw been off the board. So you see, this clears up something with us. Most of us, well, I don't know about most of us, there were a lot of us. If I take a poll, I don't know what it would come out like. But I do know that plenty of us wanted a wide receiver in the first round. We anticipated it. We thought we were fine with the frontline defense. We felt we deserved a wide receiver this year. You'd better give it to us, and they didn't. They know what they're doing, though. I can see that. And Ayuk was one-year starter with the Monterey Bay Area. Man, Coach Herm Edwards. Sun Devils in 2019. Ayuk's accolades include third team, Associated Press All-American and first team, all Pac-12 honors after leading the team with 65 receptions for 1,192 yards, 18.3 yards per reception average, and 8 touchdowns. With Emmanuel Sanders leaving in free agency, the 49ers were aiming, determined, and hell-bent on landing another consistent receiver who could do a little bit of everything. Shanahan said, enter Brandon Ayuk. His quotes on Ayuk where he has on tape that he can run every single route. He can do it outside the numbers. He can do it inside the numbers. He has a certain skill set where I think is similar to Dante Pettis. Wait, let me read that again. He said it's a certain skill set where I think is similar to Dante Pettis in terms of you wouldn't just peg him at one position. He can do all three. You see, never mind. Let me continue with this quote. He can play the X, he can play the Z, he can play the F. He's got the speed to get on top. He's got the quickness to play in the slot. He's got the toughness to go over in the middle. And the guy is just completely committed to me into being as good as God ever intended him to be. But just watching him, what he's put on tape this year at Arizona State and getting to meet the person, everything he did there, he was more than a viable option at 13. And the fact that we were able to get him late, I feel very fortunate. I'm very happy for the Niners today. Unquote Kyle Shanahan. I got a feeling you might be right on the money with this guy. Because you see, Kyle wanted Dante to be what Ayuk probably is. Together now. Say goodnight, Dante. Happy trails. Watch Dante come in and just show out. Watch him come in and say, y'all go chump me. People talk about my cats and my love for baking cookies. Well, I'm going to beat some butts today. I'm going to show you I can be as sweet and gentle as I want to be and still play ferocious football. Wouldn't that be boy, that would be the shiznit, wouldn't it? I'll be laughing my butt off. I'll say, you know what? Keep him on the team, coach. He earned his spot. You can't take it away from him. And you got to cut somebody else. I'm pushing for Andre. I've always liked him. I mean, he makes me mad, but I didn't say nothing about not liking him. All right, round 5, we go to Colton McKivitz. It was announced on Saturday that the 49ers traded for a 7-time Pro Bowler in Trent Williams, as you know. Soon after, the 49ers drafted McKivitz, who spent the bulk of his time at West Virginia at both left and right tackle, already showing versatility. I don't know if even Williams could do that. With Williams and Mike McGlinchey as the 49ers projected bookends, where does that leave McKivitz? Well, according to PFF, McKivitz took a handful of snaps at right guard his junior year with the Mountaineers. A position that could be a battle heading into 2020, because you already know what our situation is as right guard. But besides that, the 49ers dealt with a number of injuries along the offensive line in 2019. McKivit's versatility could benefit the 49ers as a backup plan in case of injuries along that offensive line. And you know we get him every year. It's just a matter of time. But if he can fill in with ample talents, we just keep right on moving, you know? Because I see people chopping up Jimmy G and thinking Mullins can come in and outplay him and making up things like he's more mobile than Jimmy G and all that. Go back and look at tape. Mullins is a good quarterback. He's not bad. He really is. But he is not Jimmy G. He doesn't have that ceiling. Now, he's a hard worker. He knows a playbook, and he does things pretty well. But make no mistake, his talent level never... He's not Jimmy G. We saw with Jimmy G in 2017, which is a better example of him. Not what you saw last year with the guy coming off an ACL with an offensive line that was at the end with Mike Person crippled and Kyle Shanahan not putting Brunskill in. We saw something that had more to do with that than it did Jimmy G versus Nick Mullins. I do like Mullins in there as our backup, though. I don't want to get rid of him. That will be it. Shanahan said about Mrs. McKivit's baby boy. Let me just say that we have our plan Bs, and we have people who we think are candidates. We also think if it didn't work out in the draft or with Trent, we think Sean Coleman, we think Daniel Brunskill, we think Justin School. We have candidates, and Colton's another one. So you add guys who could be possibilities to get to the position as an NFL player, and he's one of them. We're excited about him. We also like that if we don't need him there or wherever we need him best, we do think he has the ability to play the other four positions as well. That's what we liked about him, unquote. Shannon! 49ers, I see every time they do something, it's calculated, it's well thought, it's well planned. There's nothing in Santa Clara that resembles Los Angeles, California. These guys are good. I've through questioned them. If they get a defensive lineman next year, I'm going to sit back and say, damn right. If they said get a defensive lineman to put on that front line because D Ford is having trouble, I'm all with it. I say that now, but watch next year. I'm going to try, okay? And it's going to round 6. Tight end Johnny Warner. And this offseason, the 49ers lost 2 veteran tight ends, as you know, and Garrett Selleck. He retired. Levine Toilolo. The Giants picked him up. Toilolo, of course, was used exclusively as a run blocker. That's something Warner was proficient at Georgia. And you know how they run at Georgia. And the 49ers were brilliant to look at Georgia for who's blocking and making those holes. Georgia running backs don't ever struggle. How come? They put that together and said, let's go to Georgia. Let's go take a look. Makes sense to me. And similar to Toilolo, Warner's numbers don't jump off of the page. 34 receptions for 376 yards and 1 touchdown over his 4 years at Georgia. But his versatility and experience as a fullback has plenty of upside. San Francisco run-first offense. See what the 49ers did there. And, the same thing was said about George Kittle coming out of Iowa. Nobody knew anything about his catching. I remember after Brian Hoyer started lighting him up with passes right and left, Hoyer was the one who noticed first and said, hey, they didn't use this guy at Iowa. They didn't use him properly, did they? And so the story began. And Shanahan said about Warner, I don't know how many third down double moves and stuff we're going to design for him or jet sweeps like some of the stuff George Kittle gets and things like that. We brought him in here to take the role that we've always had someone have, whether it's Selleck, whether it's Levine, whether it's former 49ers tight end Logan Paulson, who lasted 1 season. We've lost some of those guys. We got Daniel Helm on the roster, and he's done a hell of a job on the practice squad this year. To bring in a new tight end was important to us. We see him competing with Helm right there. I'm trying to take on that Selleck role, that Levine role, Logan Paulson, which is a very important role for us. It majors around blocking. That's what you do best. But if that's all you do, then we'll just get an old lineman to play your position instead. He's got to have some pass skill, and we definitely see that, and we're excited about him, unquote. And finally, round 7. Yeah. I'm already growing attached to this guy already. I can see right now he's going to be my dude in camp. Niners added another pass catcher, to their suddenly deep receiving room in Jennings. Despite an uninspiring 40 time in the combine, Jennings' ability with the ball in his hands is his thing. Now, he ran a 4.7, which is tremendously slow as far as wide receivers go. But you look at his tape, make no mistake, this dude can play. Jennings caught 59 passes for 969 yards and 8 TDs in 2019, all career best. But you can see right now there could be a role for him. What's most impressive is his outrageous yak skills. Mrs. Jennings' child forced 30 missed tackles on his 59 receptions. That's over half. So if you're near him and he makes the catch, there's no promise that you're going to bring him down. If you're a defensive back, linebacker, or anybody else, he's going to drag you down the field. This kid's strong. He's not that heavy either. It's determination, fire, desire, will. These things play a huge part in a football player. And if you've got that, you can outdo players that are twice your size. That's just the way it is. It's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog. You've heard that many times. It's true. And that stat ranked him first among all college wide receivers last year. And he went to Tennessee. That's not a chump school. And then while he'll be battling for a roster spot this fall, his knack is a big and physical target who can rack up yards after the catch. That'll certainly work in his favor. And that could make him a major player vying for a spot in his club family. We're going to see him for a few minutes. I'm going to see Dante Pettis for a few minutes, too. I don't care how slow he is. If Dante's out there jiving around, do not get rid of Jennings to keep Dante. Boy, everybody's on Dante, except for Steve out in New Mexico. He's got Dante's back. And Sean had said about Juwan, when you watch his tape, you know a lot of things. People in this league are going to love him. He was one of our most favorite guys to watch. He's a bulldog. Roof! I tell you, man, he usually plays in a slot. I feel like he could probably play linebacker if he wants. He's willing to fight everybody out there. He fights for yards. He makes plays, and there's a mindset to that guy that you don't have to talk to him or hear about. You can watch it on the silent tape, and you know what type of football player he is. Adam Lynch, quote, he'd play safety if he didn't play receiver. I love his attitude. I love his style. I think he's going to help us a lot. Fam, we got us a dog. We got a player maybe with 2 dogs in him. The fact of the matter is, though, he does have an attitude. Probably has one of them fiery tempers. But John Lynch is thinking, in that 49ers loving locker room, we might be able to soothe and calm the beast. Let him loose on the field, but get him to temper it down. Don't jump in Kyle's face. Don't get pissed off and start slinging things all over the clubhouse and calling people out. Just chill. Zen, This is when you need Phil Jackson to get with him, And, of course, hey, the final thing, trade with the Washington Redskins. 49ers immediately filled that void of Joe Staley, who hung up his cleats for good on Saturday with another choice tackle in Williams. 49ers had discussions with Staley ahead of the draft where they were informed he would not be returning for the 2020 season, as we now found out, because they were keeping that under wraps for a long time. According to Lynch, the 49ers took a chance on working out a deal to acquire Williams from Washington, as the 49ers opted to not address the position on day 1 of the draft. So I think things just fell into place nicely, but just by red and gold luck. I mean, the 49ers managed to package a 5th-round pick and a 2021 third-rounder in exchange for an all-pro, 7-time Pro Bowl tackle? That ain't too bad. Let's say, quote, he has big shoes to fill with Joe, and it's not often that you can transition from one all-decade teamer to a guy who is in that same ilk. Hell, it don't ever happen. He says, I'm very fortunate and very thankful to Washington head coach Ron Rivera, who I dealt with a lot on this with the Redskins, for his patience and diligence. It's been close for a couple of days, but there was a lot of interest in Trent around the league. And Minnesota was going after Minnesota. I understand Minnesota actually threw up more things out there for Washington than the 49ers did. It was just very fortuitous timing that when Joe came to his decision, the Trent situation heated up. So we added an answer. There were really good tackles in the draft as well, but we wanted to focus on Kinlaw. He was just a guy we had on our eye. Then we got hit with the Joe news. Here was an option where we could have a fill-in, but also go address the other areas. We're very happy to have Trent Williams. Kyle's obviously coached him. You're talking about a different level athlete, a very special athlete, and a football player and a guy who loves the game. And we're really, really blessed to have him. Fan, you know what? Give me some observations on the guys that you appreciate on this team, and who do you think is going to really have impact going forward? And how good is this rookie class overall? I give them an A-. And the reason I do that because the work that went involved in getting these players, the well-thought-out process to not just go out there and get guys because you heard they were good at this, and that. Make sure they fit what we're trying to do. Each one of these players, I don't even know if you got is there a software or an app or anything else that you can actually feed enough data to? This is football men making good, solid decisions to move this 49ers team forward. And I think, and people keep asking the question, did the 49ers get better? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did. For no other reason than you injected players, younger players, where, Emmanuel Sanders, and then you go ahead and replace him with a kid that's upside could be equal to Emmanuel Sanders, and who knows, for the years to come, it could excel beyond. And you look at, because it's blasphemous to say anything about Forrest Buckner. I'll never say nothing bad about Buck. He gave us 5 years, missed one game, and did a number. He had some great seasons. Reliability off the hook. The chart, the meter. But Javon Kinlaw does look like a beast. We'll see. All right. Go over here. And there he is. Dollar Bill Will. You. Indian boy, he's got his tea already. Dollar Bill. Will.
Ronbo.
Yo, come on,
What's up,
man. Yeah. Oh, Will.
What's going on?
Oh, man, I'm just proud of the 49ers, man. You look at the breakdown on each one of these guys that pulled out of the draft. They weren't just pulling stuff out their butt. They looked in at each one of these guys, and just like usual, they made sure you are compatible with what we do. I'm so proud of Lynch and Shanahan, Martin Mayhew, Adam Peters. Well, give me some observations on what you think about this draft. Give it a grade. Because I gave him an A-. I just couldn't give him perfect.
I give it an A, man. I give it an A. They did a tremendous job. We was tripping a little bit because of the trades we gave up to get our youth, but
I'm over it.
They made up for that, man. They made up for that with the later rounds and with the undrafted free agents, and also bringing in a 7-time Pro Bowler offensive tackle Trent Williams. They did what they had to do, man. They got the needs, they filled the holes, and then they also drafted guys that have tremendous talent that can make this team and be used for the future. Kyle and John is trying to build his team back to a young team, so the team can compete for Super Bowls for a long time. So they're trying to make this. John Lynch is trying to turn his defense into his vision of when he was with Tampa Bay: relentless, fast, quick, in your face, put you in the dirt and try to bruise you up. They did a tremendous job with this draft, so I give them an A. Kinlaw is going to make an impact immediately. Brandon Ayuk, he's going to make an impact immediately. When him and Debo and if Hurd is healthy, and also if Trent Taylor is healthy, if you put these guys on the field, man, with McKinnon and Mostert and Coleman in the backfield with Juice, I'm telling you, this offense is going to be better than it was last year, especially with Jimmy. If Jimmy G can get the deep ball, that's all he got to do. That's all he got to work on, getting the deep ball. If he can get the deep ball down, man, I'm telling you, Ronbo, we'll be putting up 50 points a game. I'm telling you, because Jimmy has it, man.
But Will, on that though, one thing about Kyle's offense, he gets playmakers for the reason that he doesn't want to go deep often. He's going to go deep every now and then just to keep the defense honest. But he's got guys, every time he put the ball in the hands, Debo, Ayuk, Kittle. And don't let this boy Jennings get out there. because Dante can't do it. I can't see him doing it. I hope he can, but
Hey,
you know what I'm saying. Trent Taylor.
yeah. Can you imagine, with the addition of Trent Williams, can you imagine if Kyle want to run an outside zone scheme to the outside? Imagine Trent Williams and George Kittle right beside him. Imagine that, Ronbo.
Oh
You
yeah, boy.
and mostly getting 20, 30 yards a pop. You see what I'm saying?
Because Trent
So
is a lot younger than Joe. Joe was still getting it done, but now you got a hungry, big, mean dude. And yes, I see it. Oh,
absolutely.
and he knows what he's
And on
doing
the,
in this offense too. That's what I like.
absolutely. And on the defense side of the ball, if D4 can stay healthy for the all throughout this coming up season, the defense is going to be better as well. And I see and the guys that I mentioned before I got off the phone with you last night, the Marcus AC out of Missouri and Jarrett Maiden out of Alabama, I believe them two guys gonna make the team, man. I believe on the defense
Position.
side of the ball,
I've
those
not
two
checked him
guys
out
gonna
yet.
make
I
the
didn't
team.
get around to that. Position.
I see them taking DJ Reed and Marcel Harris' spot.
Oh,
So
they're defensive linemen.
Be on the lookout for, huh?
Defensive linemen. Okay. Because I've not checked
No,
him out yet.
defensive back. No, defensive back. DeMarcus AC, a DB out of Missouri, and Jarrett Maiden, a safety out of Alabama.
Oh yeah, everybody's talking about them guys. Okay. All right. I'm going to check
Yeah,
them out.
I see them snatching some jobs from DJ Reed and Marcel Harris. So they better bust their butt. So
right.
hey, them guys are dogs. Man. They are dogs, man.
And mad too, undrafted, coming in mad as hell. I love it.
But yeah, man, it's going to be an amazing season, man. I'm ready to see how this offense and defense look now with everybody coming back healthy, with Hurd coming back and Trent Taylor coming back, and like I said, if D Ford is available every week for the 49ers, man,
sky's the limit.
This team gonna be better than last year's team. I promise.
I promise. Guarantee. Experience means everything, and you add some more dogs. Will, we got to roll. Let's get ready for Monday night. I'm going to see you tomorrow. Good stuff.
All right, man. All right, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, Ronbo, man. Shout out to my TNT fam, my player partner, Trey, Big Show, Russo. Shout out to the Ronbo Sports Fan Club, Rico, Jersey, Joe, Sewell, Sheik, Big Show, all them guys, man. Tampa Bay, Florida, Super Bowl 55, the San Francisco 49ers versus to be announced. All right, Ronbo.
Like, Will. And Rebel D, thanks, fam. This is Derek from V8. I'm always listening. Thanks for always going live for us to shout out to Joe. Shout out to Joe Staley, and the draft was great. Thanks, Rebel D. All right. By the way, Ian Sharp made a great point. You know, we were worried about this guy, J.K. A lot of people had doubts about Bosa as well. Oh, look out, Rick.
Bro, what's good, man?
Oh, Rick, you know what, Rick? When you ask that question, all I can say, everything's good, Rick. Just give me that virus and get that thing out of here, and let's go.
Yes,
we
sir.
are so locked and loaded and ready to roll.
Man, bro. Who was this on the phone? Was that Will? Dollar Bill Will?
That's Will.
Look,
yeah.
Dude, he said it. He set it up. He set it up so perfectly. It doesn't matter how we thought we did last year. We're going to exceed it this coming year, dude.
Amen.
We've got better players. We got younger players. We got hungrier players.
And experience.
I'm telling you right now, we got more experience, dude. I'm telling you right now, DeMarcus AC, he's taking somebody's job. Chris Beakey, I told you last night, I'm pretty sure if Trent Taylor don't come back after his 35th or 69th foot surgery, he probably going to get his job taken. We already know about Juwan Jennings. He's coming in. Look, all these players are coming in to take people's jobs. I mean, literally, like, we're not coming in here just to be like, oh, we're going to get rookie hazed and fall back. No, they're coming in because I think now Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch, like, look, we have to have a certain mindset and an attitude. It's no longer – because, I mean, last year, like we said, we exceeded what we thought we initially were going to have with the team. But now we're the hunting people. We're the ones that everybody is hunting and the model for other teams, whatever. So now we have to go in with a mindset and an attitude like we're going to kick your butt and you know it, and we're going to let you know it. Period. We're not taking any prisoners. We're not going to play nice with you. So all the little kitty cats, all the soft marshmallow players, you got to go because we need straight dogs on the field that's ready to go to war, battle with everybody. It's Niner gang. We're the defending NFC champs. So we have the target on our back. So we have to be ready to go. We're going to get everybody's best every week, everybody's best. So we have to go in there with the mindset, knock everybody down, destroy everybody. And if you can't have that same mentality, then you're not going to make it on the squad.
That's right. We are the predators.
You're just not going to make the squad.
Stop being the prey.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah. And so we have to go in this year. It just, I can see some more turnover this year. I even like the little Jermichael Hasty pick, whatever. It's just like, it wouldn't surprise me if a lot of these guys boot out some of our quote-unquote regulars from last year because
that's what Will just said.
Man.
People will be losing jobs.
No.
Yeah.
Man, I'm pretty sure they're coming in with pink slips like, hey, let me give this to you to let you know I'm taking your spot.
And the 49ers ain't sentimental. They'll do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, why should they? We didn't get how good we were last year. Let's be honest. Even us being as great as we were last year, we didn't get the Super Bowl. So we can't sit back and be like, oh, let's just run back the whole same team from last year because last year's team, ultimately, we were 8 minutes away, but we didn't get the ultimate prize. And right now, as much as I hate it, we are on a 2 Super Bowl losing streak right now. And I hate it. We have to get back to the winning streak side of it, start a new winning streak on the winning side. So let's reset, get anybody out of here that's not with that dog mentality, that's ready to crush people, and get this young blood, this youth in, man. And we're looking like revenge tour 2020, man.
Jerry, and the attitude is in the locker room. They know damn well we weren't supposed to lose that Super Bowl. So yes, so I'm ready.
It's just going to be. As a matter of fact, if we even have if we need any more motivation besides just losing, now that our main dude, Joe Staley, who's been there through the good and the bad. I mean, through the good, all these trash coaches and stuff like that. He's been there. We have to get him one, man. We have to get him one.
And you know what? Every member of the Niner Empire family, we should vote it up. Get a petition going. If the 49ers win the Super Bowl, don't you not give Joe a ring. And if he won't take it, you give it to his wife and tell her when he comes around, you tell him his ring is in wherever you put it. Because Joe's going to say, guys, come on, I wasn't part of that. So,
Right. But no, man. His influence, you saw the tribute on YouTube that George Kittle did to him and how much he's been a great leader. Check on YouTube. It's George Kittle did a tribute to him.
I know. When they told me yesterday it was a tearjerker, I wasn't in the mood for it. I'm gonna look at it today though. I can't take it.
Yeah,
Rick, we go roll.
It's good, man.
We go roll.
Absolutely. Hey, Niner faithful, Niner Empire. Look, I'm saying it now. Last year I said we're going to the Super Bowl. Maybe I didn't say it like I should have. This year we're going to the Super Bowl and we're going to win it. Jimmy G MVP, the regular season, and the Super Bowl. Kyle Shanahan, you getting that monkey off your back. We're going to win. You're going to be an NFL winning Super Bowl champion.
Right. Stay
faithful. Stay not an empire. Wash your hands. Social distancing. Have a good night, fans.
Thanks, Rick. Night, Rick. Good stuff.
Night, man.
And let's go over here and check out Chill, Pill, Phil.
Hey, Ronbo.
Phil, man. At first, because we didn't have enough picks to actually even be in a conversation of grades, I didn't grade 5 or 7 picks and you trade all of them. Well, Phil, this may be one of the better drafts of all time when you think about it.
Well, my take is you got to look at the entire off season. We signed all our free agents pretty much. We had only 2 starters at the beginning of the draft that were gone.
Yes.
DeForest based on the trade, and and that was a business decision. And then you've got Emmanuel, which also probably was a business decision. And you replace those guys, and then you shore up your tackle. We knew Staley was going to leave in the next year or two, but when we replace him with a Pro Bowl, 7-time Pro Bowler that
Who
doesn't have a lot of mileage on him,
he took a 2-year break.
So, I mean, you got to look at that entire picture, and I think it's an A+. We're coming out as the favorites in the NFC, and and Kyle got his guys. It was clear that they wanted Kinlaw, that they wanted Ayuk, and they went and got him. So, it wasn't like everybody else was on the board when they took Kinlaw, and so that was the guy they wanted. So,
and they can give Jerry Jones the best draft. They'll do that every year with Jerry Jones because he always does this. He goes out and gets all the sexy picks, and for some reason he gets all the glory. Well, that's fine, but they're not winning any games. So well, who's winning? We're the ones who should have. Yeah, I'm delighted with our draft.
And Will stole my thunder. This Jarrett Maiden out of Alabama, he was second in the SEC in interceptions. He had 4 interceptions last year for Alabama.
In the SEC.
And when you start for Alabama, you're a good athlete.
You got to play. Saban doesn't put up with clowns. Yeah.
And I think he may make the team. He may make the team as, our unrestricted free agent.
All right, Phil.
We always have at least 1 or 2.
Phil, who are you getting rid of? Because, Mosley made the team last year. And did we excuse Dante Pettis? I'm not keeping.
So this guy's a safety, so he's going to take one of the backup safeties.
I say because what's that?
Yeah, so.
I wish we could turn him into a
his
wide.
His name's Maiden. Jarrett Maiden.
Okay.
Out of Alabama. And he's a ball hawk. So something we can use in the defensive backfield. But I think he may make the team out of one of those other. Who's our backup safeties right now? He's not going to.
Well, DJ Reed's actually supposed to be a safety, but he doesn't like playing safety. He's a corner. Reed's actually a utility guy. I don't know who. We don't have a third safety, do we?
Well, no, we got the kid that got the interception in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we got Tavares and Jimmy.
Yeah.
How heavy is he? He's a ball hawk, so he's not going to play the box.
But he's 200 pounds. He's 6 feet, 200 pounds.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to put him in Klosky's. You don't want to put him in Klosky's spot.
No, he could be backup for Klosky.
Okay.
Well,
yeah, let me see him. Is he strong? Does he look like a pretty strong kid?
Yeah, go check him out. Check him out. But
210. I need 210. Can he house up more weight? You said he's 6 foot. Does he look bulk? Okay, I'll check him out.
But anyway, I think he might make the team. I mean, when you second in the SEC in interceptions,
you got to be taken seriously. Yeah.
Yeah. So and this kid, the tackle that they got. He played guard in the Senior Bowl.
Right. He plays both tackles, too.
I think he might be competition for the right guard position that Pearson had.
Pearson.
And maybe move him out. And he's got some dog in him, too. He's a guy that's going to be really aggressive at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Phil, you just mentioned a guy named – you didn't say Pearson. Who'd you say?
Oh, no, the guy, the McKivitz or McKivitz.
Oh, McKivitz. Yeah. Yeah, but no, I'm going to say McKivitz. He's going to compete for the spot with Brunskill and whomever else we got
Carpenter
there.
Or whatever.
Oh, well, yeah. I know okay. Yeah.
But he's got some dog in him. He's not a great athletics, but he's mean-spirited.
I like that.
He's got a mean streak in him.
Did you always love that? Phil, we're going to go. Hey, Phil, let me see tomorrow night, Monday Night Raw, and see what develops.
But I'd say it's an A. An A.
Yeah.
Put me down.
I'm taking minus off of mine. I'm putting an A down there, too. Forget it. No point in being humble. All right, Phil.
Yeah. C+ for Seattle, though.
What'd you give Seattle?
D+.
Music to my ears. See you tomorrow, Phil.
All right, take care. Bye.
Bye. Hey, Jay. Come on in, Jay.
Ronbo.
Jay, man, got some exciting new young rookies coming on in here, man. And even the UDFAs. I've not checked him out yet because I was tired of doing about 20 different things. And it sounds like even they got some potential. Of course, they do every year.
Oh, yes, they do. Oh, yes, they do. I see a KB on defense.
Tell you, every year.
Yeah, I think Kello, his time about to be gone. It's DeMarcus AC from Missouri.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, he's 6'1". He's 6'1", 206. Running 4.45. His highlight, and he got a mean streak. He come up there and hit you.
Oh, see, that's...
He remind me, he got an attitude like Richard Sherman.
Woo! It's going to be tough to make this team now. And them boys is mad, Jay. How did draft miss me? All right? I'm going to show all of y'all something. I like that. Some of your best players got abused in the draft.
It look like, because for me, it looked like he should be like a third, fourth round pick at the worst.
Really? Man, I got to review that film. I've been watching our pickups. I've gotten around them guys. All right? Give me some more. Hey, give me a grade, Jay. How'd you grade this squad?
I give him an 8.
Yeah.
All they did, and when we replaced every need we needed, and we got young at every position, even with Trent Williams. And trust me, I'm in D.C., so I watch them Deadskins play every year.
Ooh.
And for Trent Williams to be a 7-time Pro Bowler on that garbage team, that's a steal right there. Yeah, that's a steal right there. And he mean too. He got that attitude, that dog in him.
I wish Jadavian Clowney. That's why I still wish Clowney was with the Hawks. Jadavian, you got your way last year. Joe was a little hurt. He was 36. Go ahead and get Trent going. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, trying to put him in the dirt. Trent gonna put him. I'm telling you, Jimmy ain't gonna have to worry about that left side of the line.
Woo! And I believe Bagucci's ready to roll. I think them edges, man, you're gonna be tough coming around that corner now. Oh yeah. And when we start running, Jay, this Williams knows what Kyle's cooking. He's gonna hit the ground running. And
he finally on a winning team. So just how much more motivated is he gonna be?
Ooh, gosh. Well, he knew what he wanted.
He already hit. Yeah, and then Kellogg, you know what I mean, doing more research on Kellogg. He's from D.C. too. And he was homeless. So I know he got that dog in him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know.
And see,
from the worst hood you could think of around America, and he survived it. So, you know what I mean?
Look at him, though.
He going to come with that dog.
That's a big man. And then he got an attitude, too.
Oh, yeah.
Richard Sherman knows. Sherman got the bejesus slapped out of him. I was so proud of him that year.
I was talking about Kinlaw, though.
Oh, okay. I thought we were still talking about Williams. Oh, Kinlaw. Oh, his story, that's just crazy. He was living on the streets for a while.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Out here in D.C., I know how it is out here. It's rough.
Oh,
you know? Like I said, any hood you can think of in America is the same way where Kinlaw came from. So, you know what I mean? For him to survive that homeless, you know what I mean? He going to come with that attitude. He going to come with that dog.
What is that movie Tina Turner was in a long time ago with Mel Gibson? But anyway.
Bodyguard?
No. It was the world had evolved to a place where it was just dust and dirt and patches of people trying to survive. You know, I mean, I look at warriors like that have come through complete hell like you're talking to. Of course he's going to be able to play football. That's what football's all about. What is the name of that movie? Anyway, Jay, we got something going on. And young at every position. That's what I'm talking about. I love it.
Oh, yeah. And then Brandon, you know what I mean? He might be Odell. He might come out and be like an Odell China because he run them routes. He got long arms, big set hands. You know what I mean? And ain't nobody really, you know, they seen the talent in OBJ when he came out, but he was in that run-heavy offense, so he didn't really get the chance to really shine. And that's what OU. He only had 1 year to shine. He might come back. He might come out here and be a dog for real.
And like they said, they had a freshman quarterback that couldn't throw the ball over the yard. Ayuk may have been one of those guys that nobody had sense enough to know that he's way better than he is. The quarterback couldn't handle the weapons he had. Boy, Jay. Jay, we gonna go, and I'm gonna look for you tomorrow. I know you rolling down the road, getting it done during a time when you, Jay, are an absolute hero. Tell me about that. Jay.
I appreciate everybody who's going through that coronavirus. They the heroes. They still surviving. So,
hey,
hats off into them doctors.
Word. All right, Jay. I'm gonna see you tomorrow, fam.
Okay. I appreciate you all day, Ronbo. May God bless you. May God bless the faithful. Night Bang, bang, Niner gang. Let's go.
There he goes, rolling off into the sunset. Night, Jay. It was Night, fam. Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. I never forgot that movie because I sat there and imagined, my God. And you know what's really funny? Because some of these movies, it's scary. You look at this corona. Never mind. Hey, D. Even The Walking Dead. Ow! Dion. Come on in, man.
Oh, what's going on, Vic?
D. Come on in, D. Now, yesterday, I don't know if your mind has changed or if you've had anything else. Maybe it's gotten worse. I'm not sure. But, D, yesterday you gave out a C, and of course, it upset Dre. I, of course, don't have any. I don't go against opinions. But what are you thinking now?
Well, I'm going to tell you, my mind has changed.
Oh.
On the picks themselves.
Okay.
Not history. My mind ain't. No, I'm not giving John Lynch an A on this trading. He gets a D minus. And the reason he gets a D minus.
That's D minus from a C.
The one good thing, no, John Lynch's trading gets a D minus. Our picks get at least an A.
Oh, okay.
At least an A.
I see what you mean now. You're separating the process. Okay.
Yeah, I'm separating the process, exactly. I looked at all of these dudes, Ronbo. Oh, my brother. How did we get that dog in the 7th round? How did we get that dog in the 7th round, Ronbo? That is unbelievable.
Oh. And you can't cut him because he's liable to whoop somebody's butt on the way out the door. Call security.
I'll tell you right now, those wide receivers outside of Debo and KB, the wide receivers are going, oh shit, man, we in trouble. Why? Did you see the dynamics of Ayuk? That dude, he could do it all. Richie over there, like, man, he might take my punt return job. And then when Jennings came in, I looked at that dude's tick. Hey, that flat out dog. The tight end we got, straight up blocker. I think he's gonna block. He may do a little bit more, but he's gonna be a blocker. I think what they're trying to do is transition George more into receiving and
move tight end.
Somebody blocking the block. So he's more fresh. The lineman that we got, long story short, the dude, he's a versatile lineman. He played left tackle, he played right tackle, he played guard a little bit. Kyle loves dudes like
McKivitz.
That. Perfect fit. You know what I'm saying? And, I mean, Kinlaw, there's nothing to say about that. We already know how that works. That dude's he's going to be a monster. But I'm telling you, Ronbo, that's a man-child. And he's 6'3". If Jalen Hurd don't get his back right, he might get himself cut. Because that man come to play.
I know.
He ran Wildcat. He ran Wildcat quarterback. He played receiver. Man.
I seen him. They got a tape of him playing quarterback on the play.
He's not playing. It looked almost exactly like the pass from E-Man to Raheem in the Saints game. I'm telling you, this dude is too versatile to let go of. He's going to make the squad.
Yeah.
So our receiver room.
And Lynch likes him already.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Lynch, yeah. Hey, man, he got himself a butt. And he said it when he was doing his interview, too. He said, man, you got yourself a bona fide dog. And that's what he told him on the little interview thing, if you ain't watched it. But, Ronbo, our draft was great. I will stick by my guns as far as his trades. He's got to get better. But as far as the people we picked up, hey, I can't be mad at none of them. I cannot, from what I looked at from the tape and from understanding how they play. And then the O-lineman that we drafted, he's been a part of some very prolific offenses in West Virginia. Mm-hmm. They led the whole FBS, college FBS in yards one year. There was another time where I guess these dudes were going crazy with, like receiving yards. Like he's actually a viable offensive lineman. So I have to say, good job on that. Mm-hmm. I like them drafting the tight end to take the pressure off Kittle. Yeah. Those two receivers are going to be nasty. Kinlaw's going to be one hell of a defensive tackle. And you know what I like about him, Ronbo? He gets his hands up, passes defense.
Yes.
Gotta love that. If
give somebody else that trouble.
Back, I'm turning out the ball. Mm-hmm. You gotta be happy with that. I love that, and that's the thing. So I can't say no.
Yeah, I just hope that dude, when they put him out there, because George would be out there in the block. And when Kittle's out there blocking on that run, it works. I just hope this dude can do that. So George isn't getting all that wear and tear on him all game long. I like what the 49ers are doing. Give somebody else that job.
That's what they said he was. They said his specialty was blocking. Because if you look at his numbers are crap for being a tight end.
Who's the quarterback at his school, though? And also it has a lot to do with the offensive design.
I'm not going to cast any aspersions on the guy and say you can't catch the football.
Yeah, because
it just looks like,
just curious.
From a number standpoint, it would lead you to believe he's a great blocker.
And that's all. Kyle says we're going to check that out.
All right, D. We did great, man. We did great.
All right. Stay by your guns, fam. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna tell you what, D. Let me see you tomorrow. Monday Night Raw. Let's see what develops here.
Hey, quick note, man. My wife said thank you so much. She loved the birthday shout out. She was not expecting it. She said that she loved it and she really appreciated every minute of it, man. She watched it, and I tell you, she really had a beautiful smile, and from ear to ear, she was grinning, man. She loved
it. She's so welcome. I always enjoy doing that. All right, fam. Night, D.
All right, Rob. Have a good evening, brother.
You too. Jasmine, good night. Hey, J1, come on in, man. That other J. Jay, come on in, Jay. Hey, let me see. Junior Garcia, I'm sorry. Hey, he says, love reading that Shanahan said about Jalen Hurd. He's going to be our number one. Just wait and see. Whoa, Junior Garcia. This team is, our cup runneth over. Because if all these guys materialize, what if Trent Taylor comes in guns blazing? And Jalen Hurd comes in and looks like he's supposed to look. It just gets ridiculous out there. And we're again going to be faced with cutting some talent. No. Unless it's, the guy everybody wants to see goodbye. Because he ain't got this kind of yakism. Hey, Jay, come on, man.
What's up, Ronbo?
Jay, man, I'm just checking out the grades. They're a little scattered around when we go. I've seen us get down as far as a B-. But, man, I'm giving them an A because the fact that the 49ers did get better, contrary to what some analysts think. And I'm telling you right now, man, individually, these guys fit the program. It takes a lot of time and effort and brilliance to get guys that'll come in and you know what to expect. Instead of people saying things like what they said, if we picked up Henry Ruggs ain't going to come in there and do nothing but be another one of them speeches that don't do a damn thing. Here we go. You ain't going to say that about Ayuk. So, Jay, what are you thinking?
Man, I'm thinking, Ronbo, we got an A. You know what I'm saying? We got somebody to replace DeForest Buckner. We got somebody to replace Emmanuel
Joe Staley? Oh, yeah.
So, I think we did right, and we got another offensive tackle, a tight end.
Fills every void.
So I think we did really good, and we picked up some unrestricted free agents. So, it's looking quite lovely for our team. And I'm just ready for us to smack on Tampa Bay. You know what I'm saying?
You think it's, hey, Jay, you're telling me you think it's going to be Tampa Bay coming out of the East?
Out of the South?
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see them in the playoffs. Will it be NFC Championship? San Francisco versus Tampa Bay? Oh!
Oh, yeah. Oh, and I'm calling it right here, Ronbo. You feel me? I'm just saying that our team got younger, and we got our D-line for a straight 4-5 years. That's gonna be it's gonna be lovely. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be putting pressure on all these quarterbacks, and I think I was watching highlight of Devon. He's gonna be a beast. I can tell the way how he come out the ball. He comes out the ball with so much, velocity. He's coming with purpose.
Intent to
and that's
kill.
what I like. Explosive. Yes. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need. We need that on the defensive line, because once he come up the middle, because we didn't get no pressure in the Super Bowl in the middle. You know what I'm saying? We had the pressure coming on the edge, but we couldn't get in the middle.
I know what, Jay, I hope Chiefs fans are watching as I say, but the pressure was taken out because they was allowed to do WWE tactics to stop our guys from getting in Mahomes. They was wrestling dudes down to the ground. Oh, it was just stupid out there. No flag on the refs. Good Lord, what kind of game was that?
Yeah, exactly, because they wanted the Chiefs to win. That was all what it boils down. You know what I'm saying? Patrick Mahomes, the new face of the Super Bowl in NFL, so they was annoying them already. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't want us to, you know what I'm saying, start another dynasty. They always want to hate on us, and I'm just.
It's true, Jay. They wanted it to be competitive because they know the 49ers would have annihilated them. You know what? That was one of the worst offensive lines in NFL versus one of the best defensive lines in the NFL. And we couldn't do no more than what we did? Oh, come on. Come on, refs.
Tell me, anybody can make an 11-foot step drop. You telling me ain't no holding? A person take a 7-foot, 11-foot.
Amen.
Come on, man. Rodgers, how long did it take him to get sacked? Every time he sat back, he was pressured. Don't tell me there was no holding in that game. There was no holding calls whatsoever in that Super Bowl.
It looked like a battle royale out in front of Mahomes. They was out there doing drop kicks, body slams, choke holds, every illegal move he could make. The Chiefs was making it. That's why I'm saying, you know what? That's all right. We'll get you over. Y'all got this. Ooh, that's fine. That's all right. You know what?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what it takes to beat us. Then you know.
Exactly, but to come on our team, I think we're gonna do very well next year. I just, you know what I'm saying, I just hope everything turns out like we're supposed to. Everybody be somewhat healthy, and we can make the Super Bowl run again. I believe we have the team this year, and I believe we have it for the next 2 or 3 years if we do it right. And it looked like John Lynch is doing it right. People was calling and saying they need to fire him and all this other stuff. Give the man a chance. Let him do what he do, and he gonna do what's right for the team. He's building this team where we ain't overspending money on players, and he's just doing chess piece. You know what I'm saying? He's playing chess. Like everybody playing checkers.
I knew you were gonna say it. Hey.
You know what I'm saying? So, let the man play his chess. You know what I'm saying? You got to sacrifice some players. You got to sacrifice a pawn, a bishop. You know what I'm saying? To let your queen do her job. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's doing, and he's trying to. You know what I'm saying? He want to keep everybody, but you salary cap can't allow.
You still got to do what you got to do to remain competitive. You can't get too passionate about each player. Hey, fam, we got to go. Let me see you tomorrow, Jay. On Monday Night Raw.
I got you, Trump. No doubt, homie.
Right, fam. Have a good night.
Have a good one, brother.
All right.
You too.
Boy, check out, Jay's got it all set up. Did you see the storyline going to the Super Bowl or the NFC Championship game? the 49ers, the young and upcoming team, versus the grizzled veterans with Tom Brady out to prove it was not Belichick, it was me. Lee! Okay, Lee, come on in, man.
Yo, what's up, Ronbo?
Oh, Lee, the gradings. And, it'd be tough to the 49ers. In fact, they're giving it to the Cowboys as having achieved the best draft so far. But I don't know. And I know it's a bias. We're Niner fans. It's easy. But, Lee, you've always been objective exactly at these kind of things. What do you think? Give a grade to this team. And I know how you feel about the individual players, but give me some of that Lee-isms.
Yeah, well, we know they gave them the best grader on because they took that Lamborghini out of the shop. They drove it out.
I forgot about you and Lamb.
But I like to keep it real, Ronbo. I've never been a sheep. I'd rather be a black wolf.
Yeah.
I like to keep it real. If I had to give it a grade overall, I'll give it a B plus, Ronbo,
right.
And that's because of the talent we got on the first day and the trade we did to get Trent Williams, because that was huge. I wasn't really happy with the day 3 picks because we didn't pick on day 2. I thought that Kovitz guy, the tackle, I can't really see him touching the field, Ronbo, with McGlinchey, and on the other side you're going to have Trent Williams. So I don't really see him doing anything. Werner's a tight end. He's a blocking tight end, so I guess he's just more.
Warner,
he can come out on some reps if he makes the team, and he's going to be a guy to take over Tololo.
Yeah, they just want to keep it. They want to take some of the heat off of George, because George is out there on every snap doing all the muscle work, and then he goes out and makes a great catch. They got to take that. Otherwise, it's going to wear him out. I guess that's what they're thinking.
Yeah, and then we got Jennings, who's a big physical guy. I said to you yesterday, I think that's a sort of a insurance policy, and he'll battle with Hurd, but it's going to be real hard for him to beat Hurd out because Hurd's so athletic for a big guy.
Yeah.
They're both big and physical, but Hurd's got that athleticism. Ex-running back. Yeah, so that's going to be hard for him to beat Hurd out.
But
Lee, I guess
is there room for both? I mean, because Dante, I'm looking at guys who skilled receivers. I don't see the reason to let Dante continue. I can't imagine if they get rid of Jennings and I look up and I see Dante still on the. What's going to be a reaction if you see that happen and Dante's still on the roster? I'm going to be sick. I really am.
I'd be very surprised if Dante's going to be on our team for much longer because, remember I said yesterday that Ayuk was the guy.
Yeah.
That's Kyle
Shannon's description of him.
That's the guy you want him to be.
He can play any spot on the field.
Kendrick Bourne.
You were right.
Yeah.
And then you got Kendrick.
It's going to be very hard. Kendrick's there too, so it's going to be very hard. We got rid of Goodwin, so in case there's another spot that's going to open up for someone. But it's going to be very hard to beat those guys that we've got now. And the only thing I was disappointed was with yesterday. There was a lot of talent. There was Nick Harris, Bryce Hall, Khalil Davis, Tyler Johnson. Tyler Johnson's a beast, Ronbo, the wide receiver out of Minnesota. People slept on him. You watch out for that name. And then you had, even had that guy from Michigan, Donovan Peoples-Jones, and John Runyon, the guard tackle. His dad used to play for Philly. These are guys that were still on the board, but we went with those other guys, the Kovitz, the Werner, and the Jennings. Like I said, I think it's going to be hard for them to win places in our team because our team, it's not the start of a rebuild. We're a playoff team now. We're like Super Bowl talent on our
positions
roster.
open, exactly.
But the UDFAs, I said, those were the guys I was actually impressed with because there's a couple of good running backs, and Will was right when he touched on AC, the cornerback, Ronbo. He's 6'2". There was one player I seen. Have you looked at him yet?
No, I was looking at our other guys and looking up close. I didn't have time. I got tired and passed out. But everybody's talking about him. I'm going to see him today.
Yeah. Well, Ronbo, there's a play where they throw the ball into the end goal, to the end zone. Alabama do, and they throw the ball to Henry Ruggs, and Henry Ruggs jumps up, and AC jumps up to Ronbo, and he just swats the ball away from Ruggs.
Ooh,
and you know how good it sounds.
Ruggs is athletic, tremendous hops and speed. Quick twitch muscles all over even in his eyebrows. That had to be a play to see. Woo! God.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, damn, this kid can play. And I watched a bit more of him, but I think he won't probably come in this year and beat out the Moseys and the Shermans. But Sherman's last year, right, Ronbo? So
I noticed you didn't mention
the for a year and learned Dunton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have nothing to say about Akilo. He's to me, he's a bit like Peters. Like, he needs to step up this year, or else he's going to be out the door. I think, this is sort of his last chance, his last year of his rookie contract, right?
Exactly.
So that AC kid.
Lee, if you were in the front office, though, would you be working the phones right now to see if you could find someplace to move Dante and Akilo? I mean,
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
It's too early to project, but it looks clear
it's
to me.
Too early, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't tell if Kyle's going to give him one last year, Ronbo, because he's only, third year now. So, Akilo's on his fourth. If you look at guys like Solomon, even though they didn't perform those early years, they've still got the full, the full rookie contract to play out. So I wouldn't be surprised if Kyle takes Peters. This is his last year. I think he makes the team, and then he goes maybe the next offseason if he doesn't perform.
I'd get fired because I'd probably be moving too quick. Because I'd have 3 guys and I'm working the phones all day. But every time somebody, and Ronbo, wait, I'm on the phone, man. Don't bother me right now. I'm getting ready to I'm unloading Solomon. I'm loading Dante. I'm getting rid of Akilo. I got too many guys out there I want to see on this team. Only.
Yeah.
I talked.
And I've seen
we got to hold on. Let me save it for tomorrow. Huh?
Yeah. I'll just finish it with this. Vernon Davis said that he's the best O-lineman he's ever played with in his entire career. Trent Williams, people. Let's go.
I like that. Good stuff. All right, Lee. Bring it back tomorrow. I'll be looking for you, okay? Thank you.
Thanks.
I tell you. And I could be wrong. I mean, all 3 of those players could come in today and show us everything. Go to another team and just beat our butts. You know what I mean? So I need to wait. Don't be impatient. Hey, Donald.
Hey, what's going on, Ronbo?
Donald, man, I'm all pumped up, man. The draft's over. Looks like we made everything worked out. We filled the voids. We got some players that may come in and take jobs. And if they take people's jobs, Donald, that means we're going to get even better than we were last year, because the only way you're going to take one of those Super Bowl people's jobs is you're even better. It's win-win. Donald, go ahead. What's your grade?
My brother. Absolutely. Well, my grade is, I hear B+ and B. Listen, man, we're a solid A. Let me tell you, man, what John Lynch and Shanahan has done is ingenious, my brother. Ingenious.
Agreed.
We fill 2 major positions over the weekend.
3,
actually. Kinlaw. Yeah, well, Kinlaw and Williams being the 2 notable. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Kinlaw, man. I mean, everybody's sleeping on this kid, man. I mean, listen, we're not expecting him to beat DeForest Buckner, but he will keep the line solid. Yeah. You know what I mean? We won't really skip a beat with
Kinlaw. Yes.
Yes, just all we need to do is beat Kinlaw. You got both, and we got 4. We got these other guys there. He's got help. All he has to do is hold his weight, do his job. Every man do their job. In words of Belichick or Belichick. Every man just has to do their job, man. Yeah. We're going to be fine, man. Like I say, I do feel bad for Staley. He had a great career. Yeah, he had a great career, but, we just couldn't bring it home for the guy, But
damn it.
He's definitely, him, Gore, these guys, they're definitely going to be, honorable mentions, man. Those are great Niners, man. Have nothing to hang their heads about. But my thing is this: I like the kid that they drafted 7th round, Jennings. I like him, but to me, he's just insurance. Yeah, but he's insurance for this guy, for Hurd, if Hurd doesn't get it together. And I really like Hurd, man. I really hope we can get Hurd back. Hope that back gets together.
I just want to know, can I keep both of them? I'm keeping Jennings and Hurd because they both. When it comes to 3rd. And the 49ers are 3rd and about a long 12. Jennings lines up.
Right.
Hurd's on the field as well. There's Kendrick Bourne in the slot.
Hey, but check out something else I figured out. I say with that, this guy also has to work. He has to watch his ass. Bourne. Because he's a one-trick pony. He's the end zone guy, but he doesn't run routes well. He's known for lining up in the wrong places.
Whoa. Donald, let me hold you. Donald, let me interrupt you on that one. One thing Kendrick Bourne does, he runs. In fact, do you know that Kendrick Bourne can get in and out of a route? He's one of the fastest in the league. He doesn't have straight line speed, but his cone drills are off the hook. When Kendrick runs a route, that's why the touchdowns. He would lose a defender quickly. So, but he doesn't. But Kendrick does. That's what he does. That's his thing.
But you got to understand your coach too. Your coach is a precision coach, man. I remember the first year. In the system, and
he screwed up.
They didn't put it out there. Kyle, Yeah, Colin cursed him out on the sideline. Like, what the hell are you doing?
And cussed him out.
And then I watched him
for being late. Kendrick came in late for practice one time. He almost got kicked off the team.
Listen, man, I watched the boy in preseason. I know it's preseason, it doesn't count, but he's dropping stuff right in his hands. I mean, come on, man. You got a loaded wide receiver core here. You can't be doing that. You're trying to earn a job. So I think by Shanahan bringing these guys in, he's putting the fire under people. Like, listen, man, it's either piss to get off the potty. We can't lose no more Super Bowls.
Nobody's
like your earlier caller said, we lost 2 in a row. Ronbo. Come on, man. We ain't trying to be the Buffalo Bills.
I know,
we lose another one.
Area code.
Man.
Oh, no. We'll win the next one. Should have won that one. If the referees would have got them, called them holding calls. I still want to know why they wouldn't call that.
Yeah. I mean, that call, that play to Hill. Let me tell you, man, Stevie Wonder could have saw the way they were holding both on that. I mean, it was a WWE match, man.
God,
Stevie Wonder could have seen that. But
I'm
I'm also concerned with the fact that we didn't really invest in our corners. I mean, I like E-Man, but you know what? He's never around when the ball is caught. He plays too far off today. That's it. You know what? I don't like Stephen A. Smith. Let me tell you, I don't like Stephen.
Yeah, go ahead.
Listen, I'm from New York, and I'm right with Stephen A. I don't like Stephen A. Smith. I don't like him, but he made a very valid point. He said you got the fastest wide receiver in the game run by you.
Yeah.
And you're worrying about an underneath route? Tyreek Hill running by you. He let Tyreek Hill run by him.
I don't know what Mosley was thinking. I tried to get in his head. And I think, what was he thinking? I played that position. You don't go north when somebody's behind you going south.
Listen, he put Ward in that pickle. I don't even put that on Ward. He put Ward in that pickle. Now you got Tyreek Hill running at you full speed. Ward had to reroute prepare for the burst.
Right.
Then he dropped short.
Your linebackers are taking you underneath. No matter what the safety's doing, you see him, you stick with him, you know who he is, get your... Okay.
What do we say, Ronbo? Do your job. He's the one... Remember, he gave up that big touchdown in that the first game against... who was that?
Cardinals.
Arizona.
Yeah.
The Cardinals. Yeah, overplaying.
I should have known.
Just do your job, man. Just do your job. We don't need you doing all that extra shit. Just do your job.
I agree. No, we got to go, though, fam. Hey, I'm going to see you tomorrow. All right?
Absolutely, my
good
brother.
Stuff, fam. All right. Have a good night. Hey, Bill. Bill? Okay. And there he is, the Iron Sheik.
What's up, Ronbo?
Sheik, man, we're handing out grades today. We handed out all kind of love yesterday. But versus the rest of the NFL, and for some reason, Jerry Jones and company gets the top draft in the 2020 season. So, okay, fine. They got as Lee says, they got the Lamborghini. They got a couple of the picks too. Okay. Still haven't signed, you know who, the Dak quarterback. But yeah, Lee, but Sheik, what are you thinking? What is your grade breakdown? Each one of our picks. How do you feel about this team, Sheik?
Well, I was obviously wanted a Jerry Jeudy or Lamb, but I totally understand the situation of getting Kinlaw because you have to check the marks. And how I looked at it, we lost DeForest Buckner. We got Kinlaw, Javon, supposedly comparing to Seymour or Chris Jones, so that checks the mark. And he's the filler of the defensive tackle. Then you get your wide receiver, that's going to be replacement for Emmanuel Sanders. And then you got your offensive line in case, Staley, we need to help Staley. Then all of a sudden we go trade for Trent Williams, the all-pro.
What are the odds?
It's amazing. Wow.
God, that's
for
crazy.
a deep deal, that's another check. And then we get these, I was like, okay, well, we need D-backs. We need, help that secondary. And I was like, okay, we need drafting. I know we don't have picks. So we get AC and Maiden. I love Maiden. He's really nice. He's a ball hawk. He's aggressive. He's always played for that program. So all together, I'm just looking at it, and I'm like, we got some good. We traded some cap as well. Not just as a great, but we saved $7 million. I'm hearing Trent Williams is going to get restructure his contract. What I'm hearing to help.
All right.
The team.
He said he wasn't in a hurry to make any deal anyway. He was just delighted to be out of Washington and don't send me to Minnesota. And so he goes to San Francisco. He's delighted. So he's just a happy man now. He's not a hard ass. If people were thinking, God, this guy's really difficult to deal with. But people don't like to play in Washington. That's the problem. Yeah. Everybody wants out.
And the thing is, Ronbo, I'm on this fan page. Oh, who's that? I hear somebody talking.
No, go ahead. We muted it.
Anyways, okay. So, what I was going to say is, there's a lot in this fan page I follow. Is the Vikings and the Packers are so pissed off at us right now because the Packers want Ayuk, and I'm going to call him. I'm going to give him a new nickname, Ayuk. It's Street Fighter reference.
We're going to get to say that a lot during the season. I can see right now. Dude got Ayuked. Oh, it was so bad. His ankles were broke. They're carrying him off the field on a stretcher.
Right? And he got those arms, man. That wingspan is crazy. 1 inch lower than freaking, what was it, Megatron? Are you kidding me? And he's only like 5'11".
Megatron's 82. He's 81.
Wow.
He's only 6 foot tall.
So all of those kind of situations, I'm going to give him, unfortunately, a B+. I would like to give him an A but I think the secondary does need help. But AC and Maiden does help, but they're working on it. They're trying to work on it, and I think Marcel Harris is going to help, but I think the secondary does need help. We got to figure that out. But yeah, I got to give him a B+, Ronbo.
All right.
I got to be real. I can't just give him an A because I'm a 49er fan. But
what is it what could have been done to make it better for you? I mean, what would have gave him an A for you, Sheik?
I think in the secondary, you got to think secondary. I think there's a couple key guys like they should have grabbed. Like Lee said, like Brian Hall, Lamar Jackson.
In place of who? Maybe do without McKivitz. Yeah, well, who else?
No,
we only had how many picks, right?
We have 5. You could have replaced him with the tight end, the blocking tight end. I get it. He's a replacement for Tolo Lolo. But
not only that, you're trying to take some of the stress off of George. But yeah, okay. I mean, you could have found a.
And there's another tight end. Oh, go ahead. Go, sorry.
I mean, maybe there's another place to find a tight end that can block well. I haven't seen what this guy can do, but yeah. I understand. Okay, I can understand that. All right. Yeah. Well, who else? Because you're talking 2 players.
Yeah, just say just a second there, and I think we do need another one. I like that Jennings guy. He's his 40 time is not that great, but he's breakable. He's a yak. He just breaks tackles. I was watching the teams like
he's
5
from
guys.
Tennessee.
He broke through.
Yeah. So therefore they had competition. His yak is his thing. Just a tough guy with a real short temper. So he's like fired up the whole game.
And I'm going to say for the next year, all the faithfuls, hopefully you're listening right now, is I'm anywhere from Tennessee, Ohio, Idaho. If there's, you got to look at those guys, or South Carolina. That's what that Kyle loves and John Lynch. They go look at that program and they grab them. So from the following the next year, you got to go get them. That's the guy.
We ran out of time, but she got good points on every last one of them. Let me see you tomorrow, okay?
Yeah.
All right,
definitely. Shout out to Will. Shout out to Lee. Shout out to the Rumble fan club and Big Show. And, we got his wide receiver, made him happy. Baseball! Hit that like for Ronbo Sports. Follow all platforms. He's doing it every day. Let's go. Hit that like. Let's go.
Thanks so much, Sheik. I'll see you tomorrow, man.
Later.
And there he is, Beto. Boom, boom.
Hey, Rumble.
Bezel. Man, we're sitting here enjoying this draft. Nobody dropped below B, put it that way. And as far as this draft, except for Dion is still not giving John Lynch any love for some of the avenues he took to attain the goals that he did, but that's be okay. But what do you think about this draft? What would you give it?
No, I give an A because he if you do your research right and you look at the films and you look at everything, they have a lot of good film, and then plus the guy that we went up for, if you look at, I was listening to a guy say that he talked to a lot of NFL coaches and NFL people, and they all loved this guy. They all loved him. The only thing that, he wasn't up there because of, I guess, the name that, that's why he wasn't really up there. He was, and the guy that we picked up in the 7th round, I heard he was a sleeper.
I know.
So,
he wasn't supposed to go that late. He has attitude issues, and he got bad evaluations passed around the league. So, yeah.
Yeah, but, sometimes, you don't know, what happened and stuff like that. And, you have to take chances. And the way I see on some interviews, a lot of these guys said, hey, you got a dog, and they're going to work their butts off for you. So, it makes it better for the team because they're going to fight to try and make this team. And if you don't fight for anything, you're not going to make it.
We got another one of those guys. All right. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. And so me, I liked what they did, because I heard our GM say that, these guys were, really high on their board, and, they were surprised that they fell towards what they did, and we picked them up, and, and they took advantage of them falling. And I think that we were on a bidding war with Seattle for, I think it was a safety or somebody. I don't know if we won it, but, I heard that he was going to go to Seattle, but because he was getting so much calls.
You're talking about a wide receiver. Okay.
And I heard that was a safety, I think it was, or somebody. But I heard we were bidding with Seattle for somebody.
It must have been Ayuk because we didn't get a safety, though, right?
Oh, then probably was then.
And I think it's Ayuk. Somebody said Seattle, Baltimore was in that mix. It seems there was another team, too. And so the 49ers gave up everything they could to win. Kyle really wanted Ayuk. So, they did what they had to do. We'll see how Ayuk looks. Later on, I hope it's worth it, though, because every guy we've traded up for, Bethel, except for Greenlaw, has been a fail. We'll see.
Yeah, and then plus, if you see on our roster, we have a lot of 5th and 4th rounders on our roster that are still on this team and made a big impact on our team. So, you got to see that, a lot of these picks that we make on, we hit on, and, they do good for this team, because all the players that we got are going to, do something for this team, and
they fit the program. That's one thing that,
they fit the program. If you don't fit the program, we're not going to get you. We're not going to be, and I heard our GM say, sometimes you look at these picks that are luxury picks, but if they don't fit your program, it's not worth getting them. You got to get the guys that fit your program, because or else if you end up cutting them, you're going to end up wasting picks. Yeah. So, you got to get those guys that fit your program and fit what your goal is looking for if you want to go up to that level where, you're saying, oh, shit, who we're going to cut. We have too much good players.
Ooh, and that time's
that's
coming up,
something that we want. Yeah.
We're going to see, Beth. We're going to see. Yeah. But we're going to go because it's getting late. We got a lot of calls we're going to try to get tonight.
All right.
But good to hear you checking
in. All right,
in,
no problem, Ronbo.
An A from you.
Good job, like always. And,
thanks,
And like always, we all have our own opinions. You know, don't get mad at our opinions. You know, and just, you know, as long as it's good for the team, you know, they're good.
It's good for us. All right, Bethel.
All right.
See you
And
tomorrow,
hit that
friend.
like for Rumble Sports. Let's go.
Thanks, Bethel.
All right. Good night, Rumble.
Night. Okay, that's got to be a rumor. I just saw the name Rubin Foster flash across the page saying he got traded to the Chiefs. Nah, come on now. Really? I could see it, but what? Hey, Tony.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Tony, you know anything about Rubin Foster now being with the Kansas City Chiefs?
I really don't care. He's going to be bad for them regardless. I don't see him being a real factor anyway, because honestly, looking back, he didn't play that well. We all were enamored with him.
Yes.
But if you look at the last 3 to 4 games, he played
Missing
pretty
tackles.
poorly.
Yeah. Launching himself like a missile. That's not an experienced linebacker play. I liked Rubin just because we thought, like you're saying, his name was actually bigger than he was. Saban coached. He was such a hammer back at Bama. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, John,
So,
what are you thinking here? Go ahead, because I know you got plenty to say on the grading and everything else. What up?
I think the whole draft that we did, it was genius. And people are out here. I heard the one guy the other night give him a C-. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. You look at the picks we made, Connor McKivitz, Kyle was saying that he was the guy that they were going to take in the 4th round if they didn't land Trent. And that tells you something about how they thought of him. And then you look at some of the other guys that they drafted. I mean, first of all, the Juwan Jennings pick is genius because I'm thinking you bulk up a little bit, move him to tight end. He's going to catch everything. Maybe even put him on punt returns because you can't tackle that guy, all right? He doesn't need to get separation on punt returns, right? But if you put him back there, he's going to break like 8 tackles every time he touches the ball. I think that was a brilliant pick. And then Charlie Wona, he really reminds me of George Kittle coming out of college. He didn't have basically any passing reps in that offense. It was all blocking. But he was a phenomenal blocker. So, I mean, the picks that we got, it's very reminiscent of some of the other guys we had on the team before. I'm just very excited. I think they did the best they could. And you land top 5 tackle in football, 31 years old, has a good 5 years left in him.
Yes, that's obscene. I thought it was a pipe dream, Tony. I said, okay, guys, if you get him, what are you going to pay him with? I mean, but Joe Staley retires. So his comes off the books. It doesn't kill him. Amazing luck.
It's really good. And, another thing, I think that was a great move for us. If you guys think about the new rules that came into place, now we have 55-man rosters, right?
Oh, I forgot about that.
We need to have at least one more lineman.
Yes,
right?
It applies to
so
positions.
What we did,
yes.
We release Mike Person. We get Compton, right? Joe Staley retires. We get Trent Williams. We still need to get that extra guy on the roster. McKivitz is someone they thought was a good 4th-round pick. It's a brilliant pick. For me, I don't think there were many great corners outside of Hall toward the back end of the draft, but he had injury issues. People forget that. So I think they couldn't have done a better job. I do expect, though, with Staley off the books, we have a lot more cap space with the trades we made. We could trade for a corner mid-season if that comes about. If Akello isn't playing well and we don't trust Emmanuel Mosley, but I mean, I feel
Tony,
like we have the
looking
best
ahead,
roster in football.
looking ahead, if we're going to trade for a corner, who are you targeting?
I don't know because I don't know the contracts of certain guys that could be available. So I would have to see, but I'm definitely sure there's going to be at least 2 or 3 guys that are going to be traded
every year.
too.
Yeah, at the trade deadline mid-season. Because when people,
Exactly.
when anybody says that, I always wonder, okay, who are you going after? Because the OBJ thing is finally wearing off. There's still a few people here and there saying, get OBJ. No. Cleveland already said he's not available. So, and they're not kidding. But then they always say people aren't available and you can still trade for them. But do we still want OBJ?
I don't want him. I'm telling you right now, I don't think it's worth it. Hefty price tag, injury issues. I don't think the locker room problems are a big deal, but if you can't stay on the field and you want to get paid top dollar, I'm sorry, I can't do that for you. And I really want to see what we have in the younger guys because I feel like they have a chance to be special, man. Juwan Jennings, I'm really hyped about that pick. Brandon Ayuk, even more hyped. So as long as we have Dante out of the building, I'm very confident with what we have.
That's
He's the
what we
only
want.
guy.
We don't want to gain anything. Just get Dante the heck up out of Santa Clara. He doesn't fit in anymore, Tony. Look at the guys we got now. We've got a bunch of Marines out there, and you want to put a Boy Scout with them. No.
Exactly.
No. So, yeah.
He's ridiculous, man. He is such a soft player. Like, looking back, he doesn't scare you. You actually want to go up against him because you know you can mess around with him.
Get physical with
ridiculous.
him. Yeah. And if you wear heavy cleats, if you're a defensive back, wear heavy cleats, and if Dante can hear your footsteps, he is actually affected. He's going to pull up on the route.
Exactly.
He's going to become evasive. He's going to do everything but focus on the ball. Out. Get out. Dante, go play baseball, please.
Yeah, honestly, get out of the building. Another guy, Kella Witherspoon, the only reason why I'm saying to keep him is because we don't have a ton of depth right now.
Yeah.
Jason Verrett's coming back. I'm kind of excited about that because he was the guy I was high on.
Yes.
He needs more than 3 reps, Ronbo.
Yeah.
That's all he got last year.
Yeah.
So,
especially if he hadn't played
I
as
don't
long
know
as
what we
he
have
has.
in him. Yeah, exactly. So, at the end of the day, we can't, talk about if the draft was amazing or not because the guys really haven't played yet, right?
Yeah,
so
that's true.
we'll just have to see what happens. But
We gotta wait.
I'm very excited.
All right, Tony.
I'm
Good
very
stuff.
excited for it.
Tell you what, Tony, I want to hear from you tomorrow. It's Monday night. There'll
right.
be some points made. You'll love to counter. All right. Talk to you later.
All right.
Thanks,
All right.
Tony.
See you later.
All right.
Yo.
Night.
Yeah.
Who's that? Oh. Hey, remember, if you're new, when you come in, don't unmute yourself because we're trying to keep it organized, and otherwise it gets out of control. We'll get to you.
Hey, what's up, Rumble? I was trying to call you yesterday, but the phone lines were
I thought we
off.
I thought we got together and made fun of all those people. I just didn't.
Hello? That's not me.
Yeah, I know. Hey, okay, I hope that's not the guy that got us a little while ago and used ethnic slurs. Can't be. Sounds a little different voice. All right. By the way, if you're calling in, please hold. Don't do anything more than just call in and freeze, and we'll get you in as soon as we can.
Nigga.
Oh, it's the same dude. Okay. All right, man. Burn in hell. Goodbye. All right. So, hey, Shalil, here we go. You got the grades to give out, and the thing is, individual grades. Sorry, some people pass grades on the process already, and where are you at on this? Because, I mean, grade-wise, and run it down where you're thinking. But Chanel, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling, how about them cowgirls? How about them lambs? How about them seacocks? And last but not least, how about them Oakland, Las Vegas, Raider Joe? Stockpiling on poots. Cowgirls getting unnecessary players. And the lambs are just... Sean McVay is drinking himself to death because we got Trent Williams.
You saw that, right? So, Sean McVay's reaction after he heard the 49ers got Trent Williams, I think I'm going to have a couple more beers. I love it. Oh, I love scaring people, That is so much fun. But anyway.
Let's get down to 49er football. Before we start, Goodwin and Matt Breida, good luck to you.
Oh, I've forgotten about them
But fuck
already.
you when you play our teams. Okay?
Easy with the language, Chanel. We got kids watching.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
sorry.
We don't want to teach them that. Okay, go ahead.
But when we play you, Goodwin, we're gonna get in your head, and Matt Breida, we're gonna fumble the ball. We're gonna make you fumble a lot because we play the Finns this year.
Hey, do we play the Eagles? Don't we play the Eagles this year? Because I know we play the Dolphins.
Yeah, we play the NFC East.
Oh,
play the Eagles
we're going to see them both. Just shows you how confident the 49ers are that they don't care where they go. You don't have to go home, but you got to get up out of here. And we'll see you later. That's fine. Because those guys are going to be playing as hard as they can, Shalil. When they see us, you know how it goes. You want to get revenge for the team that thought less of you.
That's right. And Joe Staley, you have a good retirement, buddy.
I want him to stay in the office, though. Can he please coach or stay in the
I wish
office?
we could have got him a ring. I just we could have got him a ring.
We're gonna get him one next year.
And end him in a high note.
Yeah. Oh God.
But he's one of ours. I like to say that. Even good times and bad. He's one of ours.
True.
The real,
always will be.
Faithful. Yep.
You know.
And
Go ahead.
I think we went really. We did really well in the draft. I think we hit on our targets. What Kyle and Lynch wanted. They got a wide receiver, which I liked. They got a defensive tackle that we replaced Buckner with. I think we did very well. We also beefed up the O-line. I think we did very well. And I think Trent Taylor has competition now.
Well, he was going to have competition no matter what, because it's not. Trent's been off a long time. I don't know if it's going to be as razor sharp. He once was. I remember what they said about Trent last offseason. He was the best-looking prospect in camp. So I don't know if he's going to come back with that same, but they say he's been working his butt off. So, Trent Taylor's, that's Jimmy's dude. If he's ready to play, whomever's coming in to get his job, they are going to have hell. We'll see. I hope if they can beat him out, we win, because that means this dude is
Chris Finke is his name. I think Chris, he's got competition, man. And every one of these guys got competition.
Oh, yeah.
I think we just got better.
Wide receivers, we got 10.
I think we just got better.
11.
Yeah.
10, 11. Yeah, we got a lot of receivers out there competing for a job. So,
Dante Pettis, man, just put a gun through my head. He's making cookies. He's not even working. He's not even working, Ronbo. He's not even at the gym.
Your Wi-Fi.
Cookies.
I know. He sent them around. We tasted them. Your phone. Get it? You're not on speakerphone?
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, that's better. Okay.
No.
Right.
He's making cookies.
And posted them up so everybody could see. Cookies? I mean, what kind of football player is baking cookies? You know what, though, Shalil? We got 10, 11 guys or so. I'm wondering, you're only going to keep 6. You're talking getting rid of 4 guys. Because I already had my team picked out yesterday.
By the way, we could get rid of them this year. We could get rid of Pettis and Solomon Thomas. I'm ready to abort them.
They've got John Lynch says they're going to expand Thomas's role.
Oh, no.
You know what? Don't worry about it, because you know what? If indeed, let's see what Ronnie Blair. Wait! Before you get worried, we got Ronnie Blair. Let's see what he looks like. If he comes back feeling strong, he'll look good. Is Contavious Street ready to play now? I don't know. We have a couple of the guys, Hyder or something like that. The Chris Kasork brought over, coached him. Anyway, so then we're out of time. So let me see you tomorrow, okay?
Shout out to the Empire. Thanks for the platform, Ronbo. You have a good night.
You too, man. It's funny how we're all worried about the same guys. Pettis, Thomas, Spoon. Stev likes Spoon, but there's very few of us that aren't worried about those 3 roster spots. And for God's sakes, don't lose anybody we could have kept, because we kept Pettis, Thomas, Spoon. Okay. Hey, Aguero! He says, why do they say that we are losers in the draft? Aguero, they say that about us every year. I've noticed that, though. I think they said we did well in 2017. We picked up Thomas and Foster and a bunch of other picks. And we did do well that year because it was easy to see. But this year, I think they're saying we used too much draft capital to gain the players we wanted. And that's a perspective that's going to be shared. That's divide. That's going to go amongst this faction, this faction, this faction. So, Guerrero, they still like the way we went about getting the people we got. And we got some people that Dion doesn't like it either. So, I guess it's shared by many. So, John V., I know John's happy with what we did. John!
Ronbo.
Oh, John.
Amen.
John? John's connection.
You there, buddy?
Oh, there you are. John, your connection sounds pretty good now. You okay? Come on in.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
All
John-
right, brother. What's
Yeah.
cracking?
John, we're going over the grades and when you bounce what you did against what others did. Jerry Jones over there laughing and smiling. He hasn't paid Dak yet, so I don't know what he'd be so happy about. But he's getting credit for having done the best job in the draft, which is sad for Cowboy fans because if they think Jerry Jones is going to hire a GM when he's getting accolades and rewards and Oscars for his work, he's never going to get a GM. Woo! But, John, let's not get on Cowboys crap. I'm talking about, John, what do you think about the 49ers and what they did as far as this draft grade-wise?
I liked it, Ronbo. I mean, getting Kinlaw was awesome. I think that was going to be. I think we won't miss a beat on that defense, and we'll have some depth at rotation. So I mean, we were falling like flies, man. I mean, we were taking a beating, and we still stood in there,
pretty tough,
down for down. So yeah, so I'm always going to be happy with depth, especially smack you in your mouth dogs, man. If you can knock that ball free, if you can get to the quarterback. I've seen footage on that dude for the last month, and I couldn't tell you. I don't see us as long as his behavior is good and he maintains that health, we're in good shape. As far as Ayuk, like I said, I'm not familiar with that guy, but from what I've seen, I looked into the footage a little bit after we got off the phone last night. I was impressed. Boy, is tough. Yeah. Trent Taylor and Jalen Hurd, my God, are they going to be – they've been missing in action for so damn long that now, one draft later, and these guys are going to have some competition.
Fight for their job.
So, fighting for the job, Ronbo.
John, and you mentioned tough football. The names you just mentioned, you can't tell. There's no difference between offense and defense. I could put Ayuk and guys, and John Lynch says he could put Jennings at safety. I mean, Debo. I mean, you could put him as a linebacker. We got guys that can play both ways. They're just really a bunch of tough guys. I love it. We're building a broody,
who doesn't
beat-up
like a
team.
Swiss Army knife, man? That's awesome. I love that versatility, Ronbo. You know it as well as I do. Anytime that you can enable, if you can move guys and they're physical, man. We have the best. Let's say these fellas play out. All right. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but let's say these boys play out.
Yeah.
This could be the toughest bunch I've seen in a long time in a young roster, Ronbo. I don't know that I've seen guys over 200 pounds. Tough. These guys have tape, Ronbo.
We're going to bully teams on both offense and defense. You could actually put George Kittle in Kwaski T's spot. I mean, really, these guys can play both ways. They're that good. They're tough.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know something, Ronbo? I got to tell you, since we're going through the PTSD phase of the Super Bowl, I got to be honest with you, Ronbo. We, as much as we were getting held, I think our behavior was exceptional. We should have been more. We should have been more physical. We should have stirred up a few. I want to say take early penalties, but let's smack you around a little bit. They were holding us, Ronbo, with no regard. And I don't want to make excuses, but a little bit of Salah, he bothered me a little bit with the way he played those.
Some of the calls he made. You got to stop trusting the players.
Trey, yeah.
Yeah, do what's safe. And Trey's right too.
Do what's safe.
Yeah.
Trey's saying drop back 2 safeties and play the deep ball and cover both sides of the field so you don't get caught on that slant. I mean, you have Kelsey, and Watkins taking the far side left, and then Hill breaks free with a one-on-one with Jimmy Ward. If you're one-on-one with Jimmy Ward, if you're a number one receiver with a one-on-one with the safety on the open side of the field, who the hell isn't going to take that? If I could throw the ball far enough, I'd do it too. But I don't know. He did. He'll take it every time. Who wouldn't, Ronbo? If you know what you're doing, if you have it, you have it. But now I want to see us play 2 safeties, and I want to see us play those cover 3, those teams that go deep. I want to see us not play so damn far off the ball, on both sides.
I think Salah doesn't trust some of those guys. You know what, though? Salah got out coached for the last 5 minutes of that game anyway.
Right. And I mean, I don't want to go there, but I mean, it's something to consider. You know, when we go into this next season, Ronbo, I want to see teams are going to look at our Super Bowl presentation and they're going to break us down from that game. That's the final straw right there.
I'm
You break
worried
down
about
that
Sherman
tape,
already,
and
fam.
you can. I know, man.
Yeah, are they going to chase him in that fashion? Every team that's got a
Well,
speedy guy. It's going to take a real
condition.
veteran, though.
We need,
your Sammy Watson,
you know,
your Devontaes. Yeah.
Yes. But you got to play. You got to play according to your team's strengths, Ronbo, and he's up there. And we didn't take a corner, and I'm worried about that. But the position wasn't there when the time called for it.
Yeah. And also,
We
you know something,
had
John? You're not going to be able to draft a corner that's going to make a difference over Sherman in this situation. Sherman's going to have to make some adjustments on his own for what he did, and I got a feeling he will. John, our clock ticked out. Let me see you tomorrow on Raw, will you?
My man, always a pleasure. I can't wait to talk to you. Take care.
Thanks, John. Appreciate you, fam. Have a good night.
Good night. Good night. Bye-bye.
Hey, Mel.
Jersey Niner in the building.
Yes,
bang
indeed.
bang was good, Ronbo. How you feeling?
Mel. Man, I always love it. I'm glad you got in there tonight because we're looking at the gradings. You look around. In fact, Mel, it's funny because Eagle fans, especially EDP, are livid right now. They actually got the Razzie Award for what they did. Meanwhile, the Cowboys are done the best work. And then there's the 49ers. What we think the 49ers did a commendable job considering you don't have anything but a first round, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Mel, what is your observations on what took place? And what's your grade?
I was going to say I didn't have a chance to catch the beginning of the show. I'm actually on my way to work. So
okay.
Beginning of the show, I missed it because I was asleep and then taking a shower and all of that. But anyways, have people calmed down yet? Again, I didn't hear the beginning of the show.
Even Dion, who gave John Lynch a C minus. Well, he gave John a D today, but he didn't like the process, but he liked the group that he's come out with.
Shout out to Dion. Shout out to Dion. That's the bro, man. We're going to be having a conversation soon. So we're the perfect mixture of agreement and disagreement, Dion and myself. I love Dion though. It was just his lady's birthday too 2 days ago. So happy birthday to Mr. Dion. Yeah. Dion is the bro. We disagree though, man. I think that we did a phenomenal job, man. Phenomenal. Again, we can't compare this 49ers team to when Lynch and Shanahan first got here and had to pretty much put a team together from scratch to make us contenders. We are now in keeping everything where it is mode, basically. We got to the Super Bowl in their 3rd year, and we're the Super Bowl champions in my eyes. And, I like some of the Chiefs' new uniforms in the Super Bowl. I love those black and white stripes that they had on. I'm not sure if that were their throwbacks or whatever, but we're the Super Bowl champs in our eyes. But anyways, we were the best team in football last year, if you ask me, and we improved right now. So that's all you can ask. When people talk draft capital, we have to put everything into perspective. The whole point of the draft is to make your team better. However, the draft is not the only way to make your team better. So, with what we had, man, we didn't have that many picks this year. These guys made it happen. We got better. Shout out to Joe Staley. I love Joe. I'm going to miss Joe. I hope he's tied to the organization for life. I hope he's in the front office the same way that Bill Walsh was. And, I hope that that's the case. I have to say, though, I think Trent is better than Joe Staley. So I think we improved at that position. And I'm talking physically, I'm talking ability. I think we improved at that left tackle position, and I think that also increased our depth at that position. And we needed, man. We needed help on the offensive line. I think that move was great. And I'm honestly not writing Joe off. There's a possibility that some point next season, especially if we get hit by the injury bug on the line, we could bring Joe back, man. And that's not
I didn't think about that, Mel. I like to say it sounds good to my ears. Bring Joe back.
That's not outside the realm of possibility. And
week 8, especially if it looks like we're rolling. Yes.
Right. And I don't believe in like jinxing or anything, and I don't really talk like this often. But
I like it. Nobody said that yet.
I'm borderline guaranteeing the Super Bowl this year. I'm borderline guaranteeing. I'm all but guaranteeing it. I truly believe that we will be the 2020 season Super Bowl champs, which is actually the 2021 Super Bowl.
Hey.
I believe that we are going to win the Super Bowl, and I don't think that
you got a defense that's been replenished for the most part. I believe you got Jimmy G in that offense with a full year under Shanahan.
Right.
People don't like to listen to it, but the same thing happened to Matty Ice. First year he sucked. The second year he was untouchable. I'm looking for that.
And what I love the most about this draft and the moves that we made and the guys that we have in this locker room now as far as players. You already know how I feel, the type of players I look for, not just in football, but in all sports. I like killers. That's why I'm a Kobe guy. I love killers, man, and that's what we have in the locker room. And, like I said the other day, that's what's missing with Dante Pettis. Is it that he doesn't have the ability? No, man, we've seen this guy. We've seen this guy lose defensive backs like nobody's business with his route running. There was a point where Jerry Rice is saying, this is the guy. Like, the greatest wide receiver of all time looked at Dante and said, this is the next guy up.
Yes.
So it's not a matter of his ability. It's his mentality. And all of the guys that we brought in had that killer mentality. And that's exactly what's going to separate us from everybody. So, man, we improved big time.
Indeed.
So I don't want to
Mel,
put straight to it, but
the fun thing is, Mel, some of the guys they brought in, some of them UDFAs, people are already hollering and screaming about. There may be some people lose their job, Mel. And that means we will have gotten better. We'll see.
Right.
We go, Mel.
Yep.
I'll tell you what.
Yep, we got killers, man. So talk to you tomorrow, Ronbo.
Looking forward.
Everybody have a good night. I'm excited.
You should be.
Right.
Night, Mel.
Yeah.
I be.
Rombo, what's going on, bro?
I be, man. And Mel just I got all two. Man, I'm telling you, man. Joe Staley comes back in week 8. 49ers have not been touched out of the first 8 weeks. The 49ers feeling that Super Bowl. And Joe, I'd be so happy. I don't know what they do. They you know how they do. They put somebody on IR or something. Contavious Street will probably be available for the IR. You know how he does.
It's gonna be it. Yeah, I don't see Street making the team. I damn sure don't see Joe coming back though. Joe got a neck issue that we ain't even know about, and that's serious. You know what I'm saying?
Serious. Yeah, I didn't know how serious. I thought Joe may have been saying that just to let everybody know my body's giving up here because he may have had that neck injury for a long time. But yeah.
Well, he's a big boy, yeah, and the hands go to the side of the head all the time, and you got your. Yeah, there's a lot of contact up there. But, again, like I said yesterday, shout out to Joe and appreciate everything he did. But, let's be honest, Joe had a rough year last year, man. And if we really appreciate Joe, let that man be great right now. Let him go, you know what I'm saying, be with his family and all that.
And then
a lot of our guys, yeah, man, a lot of football players, man, they go through mental issues and things like that because they don't get time to take a break. So, I say, let's send Joe off, send him off the right way, and bring him back like Keena Turner or one of them guys, and put him in the office somewhere.
Yeah, don't be selfish. Let
for
Joe
sure,
have
for
his
sure.
life. Yeah, all right.
Well, he'll be coaching on that old line. You know that he ain't leaving the locker room. That's how.
Yeah, especially this.
Yeah, he ain't leaving the locker room.
Yeah, still gotta have the.
But what's going on though, Ronbo? I give this draft an A, man. I give this draft an A. Like I said, I complained the first night only because I was a Ruggs guy. And I was so greedy, I just felt like, you know what I'm saying? Then when I actually got time to break down Ayuk's film, not only did he do Ruggs numbers in 3 years at Alabama, when he in the D3 school, he did the same thing, if not more, in 2 years there. So, I mean, this kid is phenomenal, man. We about to be special, man. This defense is going to be crazy because Kinlaw brings a total different dynamic than Defoe. Now he may not be able to replace what Defoe represented, but his style is different. Defoe likes to slip the blocks and then get to the quarterback. Kinlaw, he likes the bull rush straight up the middle. We only saw that from DJ Jones. So imagine DJ Jones and Kinlaw doing that. Man, it'd be like Reggie White and them boys back in the days. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be crazy this year, man.
I love that kind of ball from my big dude. When you see the bigs up there causing that kind of hassle, it just inspires you in the secondary too. You ain't gonna let nothing get past you now because your boys up front is making sure that quarterback is under extreme heat. Watch his face, watch his eyes. Where is he going? Look at his body language. I will stop this. Oh yeah. I like.
And to address the conversation in the chat and on the line about the secondary in the draft, we did address the secondary. What you got to understand is you have to understand our style of defense. Okay, a player can be drafted as a safety, but he doesn't necessarily have to play that scheme. We've seen that with Jimmy Ward. We've seen that with multiple guys. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yes. Now we picked up one DB and we picked up like 3 or 4 safeties. You know what I'm saying? There's another guy, Ronell Perkins or something like that, I believe, that we picked up. So Ronell, there's a lot of guys, man, and I do believe that a couple of those guys will probably be rotational if we slip off to the cover 3 and they can play the dime package. And to see somebody, but to hear guys say that somebody can just immediately replace somebody at the nickel position,
it's not gonna be that easy.
Is not going to happen, because you're talking about somebody who's going to back up Juwan Williams, who is the best nickel cornerback in the league. And I don't care who you got coming out of college, that's a hard task, man. It took Juwan almost a year and a half to really prove himself in our system. You know what I'm saying?
K1's spot's not going anywhere.
Well, not even that, but yeah, so to be his backup, you got to be better than DJ Reed. And it's taking DJ Reed a second to catch on to our system. You know what I'm saying?
I always forget he's on the team, Ivy. They got to give him some, I don't know, they got to find out a way to get him some work. He's
smaller than Williams is. So for him to play that slot corner is difficult. That inside corner is small for him.
I know.
I mean, it's difficult for him.
And
then we got Tim Harris.
Yeah.
Well, he's small. And we got Tim Harris, who's another guy with great length. I mean, this kid is 6'1", 210, and runs a 4.45.
And he'll get a chance. He would have got it last year. We're out of time, though. Let me see you tomorrow, fam.
No doubt.
All right.
You know, we'll be back tomorrow's Monday Night Raw. We'll be back.
Yeah. Trade time.
My man.
All right, fam.
Y'all have a good night, man. Shout out to the team.
Thanks, fam. Night.
Yes, sir. All right.
Hey, Ellis.
Ronbo.
Ellis. All right. The dust is settled on all the grades are in. The Cowboys have taken the crown. The Eagles get the Razzie Award. And then there's the rest of us. You know? I mean, I don't know. I gave the guys an A, but again, I'm a homer for a 49er fan, so I'm gonna give them an A, even if they had the Eagles draft. I would have applied some kind of rationale to make sure that it was done the right thing. That's fun for real. What was your grade? Why did you arrive at it the way you did? Give us some.
I think we were all blindsided by a few different things, but overall, man, I'm actually satisfied. We must remember that we're not like the Raiders, we're not like the Rams, the Dolphins. You know, a lot of these other teams. The Ravens actually had a pretty good draft too. Baltimore and shit. I mean, they're still a good team. So we'll, hopefully maybe we'll be button heads again next year. We'll see what happens. But I mean, I think we did well. I like the Juwan Jennings. I like him. I can't even remember the last time we actually had a big receiver like that
that goes up and gets the ball and that will tower over, secondary offenders, defenders and whatnot. So
we have Jalen, but we only see a little bit of him. But yeah. Well,
Jalen, but we didn't get to see nothing materialize outside of those
10 minutes,
those couple snaps. Yeah, we said we saw 14 days of Jalen Hurd. So, but and hopefully he comes back. But I like that. I like that offensive lineman. I can't remember his last name. These are all guys that were picked. What's his name?
McKivitz.
Right.
Yeah.
John was confident in him. I like the fact that we're trying to still maintain in that offensive line category, because we need those guys and we need to be able to keep fresh legs for some of those guys that may not be able to go for as many snaps as others. He seems like he's pretty strong. That tight end looked really good from Georgia. When I saw him pushing off, when I saw him going up the field doing run and pass blocking, that's a big boy. He moves fast and he pushes you the hell over. Yeah. He's going to take down whoever's in the way. Yeah. You're not going to be able to stop him. So I'm actually excited on the low about him. And they said he's the best. He's the best run and pass blocker in the draft. How the hell did we get him so late in the draft? Why didn't anybody pick him up? So I'm thankful that exactly. So that shows that there's calculations there, and there are things that are being, like, we had emergencies on top of emergency picks that John and Kyle and the scouting staff and everything were already, kind of keeping in the chamber. So I'm glad for that pickup. I liked what was that? I don't know how I forgot that other
position.
Pick.
What round?
We got the lineman, we got Juwan, we got the tight end. Oh, and then it's just Kinlaw and our boy from Arizona.
Ayuk.
Brandon.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I like all of the picks, man. I'm gonna say that we got a solid. I'll give us a B plus. I can't go A all the way just because there's the uncertainties of whether these guys will be able to fully materialize. I feel real confident in Brandon Ayuk and Javon Kinlaw. I feel good about it. You know what I mean? We lost some guys out there that we didn't get to pick up, but I mean, so what, man? Life goes on. We got to get ready. We got to go get ready to go back to the Super Bowl. And this was just about making sure that we sustained, I think, positions that maybe we had fell. We lost Joe. We got Trent. And I'm glad we got Trent. That was something I forgot to talk about last night. I know that at first I was like, no, I didn't want to do it because I was thinking about financially, the obligations with that. But since John sent, from what I saw and read, that he was going to wait and kind of just let things pan out. So they're not going to extend him right away. We're going to see, how Trent is looking and, production wise. And
after
he comes in
and true.
Yeah. We got to see what comes from Trent, you know what I mean, first. But I'm glad we got him. I mean, you can't replace a Joe Staley like that. And I mean, shit, it don't get no better. It don't get no better than that. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for, what Trent is going to be able to bring. We need that protection for Jimmy. Jimmy's got to get some more, at least another tick. Give him 2 more ticks, you know what I'm saying, in that pocket. So he can be able to, those routes can open up and he can be able to, look to his second, third progressions, man, and be able to make some better plays without having to worry about getting, cracked. You know what I mean?
And the thing is, what we got to look forward to, if Trent Taylor is healthy, okay, now if the route's taking too long to develop, if the spot's not going to be right, if the DB took out a receiver or something like that, Jimmy don't need to hold on to the ball anymore because now he's got his Edelman 2. He's got Trent Taylor. Unload it now. Taylor's already open. Give him the ball. You're going to open up things if you got a little different diversity out there as far as wide receivers go. You didn't have that last year. You're going to have it this year. So,
yeah.
All the change.
Yes, Trent. Yes. We need Trent and Jalen to come out, man. I hope. Dante's got to go, man. And I guess Richie's probably going to have to go. Richie's going to ball somewhere for sure.
Now you can run the full
Richie's going to ball when he leaves. Somebody's gonna use him and utilize him, and Ayuk's about to come in and ball out, man. So either way, man, let's go. Yeah.
All right, fam. I'm gonna see you tomorrow, Alice.
Okay. Right. Shout out Ronbo, man, and Ronbo Sports, everybody, man, the Niner faithful. Y'all, don't even worry about it, man. We coming right back strong, full bore. Download that Ronbo Sports app. Hit that like and subscribe, man, and Man, let's go Monday Night Raw mañana.
Yeah, looking forward. Night, Alice.
Peace, family.
Yeah.
Peace.
And let's get on. Hey, Clarence.
Ronbo, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
How you doing, sir?
Clarence, another year feeling wonderful. My only anxiety is, can this accursed virus go away so we can get back to the life that we enjoy this time of year? You know, and I don't want to say that to be insensitive to all the lives lost when I say that. I just realized when I said that, there's more things important in this world than football, especially now. It should have never came in the first place, and I wish I could get every last one of those people back. Okay, but the thing is, I just want this pain of suffering to stop and get back to football. But Clarence, grade A, I gave the 49ers. And, yeah, what are you thinking for the draft?
Yeah, I'm thinking A as well. I'm thinking A as well, for sure. I think, in my opinion, I think Kyle saw in the Super Bowl, other than needing a little more speed, we needed to be a lot more physical. So I think our offense now matches the physicality of the defense.
Agreed.
Going forward.
He took a lot of notes. Kyle always does that. They all do that, that front office group.
My feeling is I think the defense is takes on the personality of Bosa, Warner, and Sherman.
God.
And the offense is taking the mentality and physicality of
Debo.
UG.
Yeah, who's George?
And George.
Hey, right. George Kittle sets the pace for the personality of that off. You're right. If we got 4 or 5 guys that emulate Kittle, and now we do. Ayuk, Debo. Jennings. Hurd. All these guys are just tough guys. Kendrick's not really tough in that aspect, but Kendrick's no wimp either. Here's a guy that runs across the middle with not. 3 guys. I've seen Kendrick get 360 in the air and come down with the ball. That hit he took last year was brutal. He still had the ball. He makes the impossible catches last year. But but he started grabbing the ball better at the end, though. He was good last year, second half.
And with the draft class that just came in, they're all dogs.
Yeah.
All of them. Even the UDFAs. All dogs. that guy AC, I think he may earn a spot. And that safety they picked up from Alabama. Let me see if I got my notes here.
I love it.
Maiden.
Yeah.
Maiden.
His name's been mentioned a lot tonight. The 49ers don't go to the draft. They go to a kennel to get what they need. This is the way it looks now, you know?
Because like I said, you think you'll be able to match it. Now it's like, we're not just going to run on you and pass on you. We're going to run over you and annihilate you. We'll be throwing bullets and darts and just attacking everywhere.
And then when we
think
play
that's
defense,
what Kyle saw this last Super Bowl. Like we need to.
You got to intimidate
get in
teams.
There and keep going.
You got to intimidate.
Definitely.
You've got to insult. You've got to take a team's will. There's many coaches always preach that philosophy, but players they're not always able to deliver. I think they might be able to this year. Go back to the days.
Take their heart.
Exactly. You know who used to do that all the time, Clarence? Way back in the day when the Steelers dominated, that's what they did to teams. You got Franco Harris running up the middle. You got Lambert. Mean Joe Green. We have the makings of a modern-day Steelers club here looking very, very much so. Even the old Raiders, when they played Smash Mouth, that's the way you do it. You hurt teams. You're physical with them, so it takes their will to continue. Out. Yes! It's coming. It's coming,
And
Clarence.
these guys that, like Ayuk, that guy's going to be a beast.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that you can, what I think you saw during this draft process, you saw everybody that got drafted and coaches and everybody, you saw them in their raw form, if in a way, because, you know, there was no suits. Everybody's, just in their quote unquote natural environment. So I think we saw a lot of emotion and everything from a lot of our picks, that they were happy and that they were appreciative.
Absolutely.
And you know what I'm saying? Versus,
I absolutely do.
And whoever is asking about getting Odell Beckham Jr., no.
I know.
He's not. No.
Yeah, we're done with that. I think everybody realized.
He's a diva. He's not a dog.
Yeah, yes. Odell is he's okay where he is. We're fine. Clarence, hey,
I think we're good.
Clarence, we'll see you tomorrow if you get a chance. Monday Night Raw is always fun, and we'll continue.
I will try. I tried getting in last night, but they cut it off pretty early for getting in. So
the lines
I was
sometimes.
ready to get in tonight.
Yeah, it happens sometimes out of our control. But Clarence, appreciate you getting here tonight. All right,
Sir.
Phil. See you tomorrow.
Appreciate it, brother. Take care.
All
God
right.
bless.
Night.
Bye.
And there's Kay Hendricks.
Yo, what's poppin', Ronbo? How you feeling?
Kay, feeling great, man. You know, it's been crazy the last 3 days, and I really got a solid sleep in. But I'm feeling great today. But you know, Kay, I get mad. I know you do too. We all do as 49er fans. We can't never get no love from the media when it comes to our draft. We got 2017. I think we got a little love, but we got hated on ever since. And by the way, the media cannot take a bow for having judged us properly, as we went to the Super Bowl last year, and we look like we're solid contenders again this year. So, with that said, Kay,
I stopped paying attention to the media once they ranked Zion Williamson over LeBron. I've been stopped watching ESPN. I've been stopped watching ESPN, man.
God, that's anyway. But
Ronbo, I don't know if you know about that kid. The kid from Michigan, I think. I don't know what school he came from, but Colt Mikovits.
Yeah,
man, that
talking
dude might
about
be
him.
a Pro Bowler, man. He only allowed 5 sacks his college career, man, and he only gave up 1 sack his senior year, and he was ranked a top 5 Big 12 lineman this past year. That man's gonna be a Pro Bowler, bro.
You know, I don't know why.
Tell me, Ronbo.
They gave him a C, as you said. That same group of a C. McKevitz was going to be our guy had we not picked up Trent Williams, from what I understand. And now, since Trent Williams he is the stud. Look what we have for depth. See? So one of those guys, we lose an offensive lineman almost every year, gets hurt for at least 2 or 3 weeks or something, right? Now look, boy, I like this.
Mikovitz gonna come right in, man. I love that pick, man. A lot of people aren't talking about it, because I guess he's a lineman, man, but
yeah, they never did.
He shouldn't have fell that far. I don't know why he fell that far. That man only allowed 5 sacks his college career. It only gave up 1 sack his senior year, man. You don't get a lot of linemen that does that, man. A lot of old linemen in college that does that.
Remember, School was like that last year. School's going to be all right, too. I got a feeling he just needed to get used to NFL speed. You know? Yeah.
And that kid, that safety we got from Alabama, his speed is a 4.37, man. He's taking somebody's spot. I don't know if it's Sidney Ward, but he's taking somebody's spot, man.
Well, experience. He's going to need some experience. He won't be able to take out Ward. But Tobias and company, they have competition because they don't have enough time to beat this kid out. But you know what? You can't get rid of him. Yeah, he'll go right to he'll go to Seattle. Make sure we keep him. I'm sick of them watching everything we do and milking our
sick
line.
of Seattle, man. They should be worried about how horrible they did these last few days.
I know, right? usually they do good in the draft. They picked up a dude that Javon owns and said, we drafted him. For what? I thought you was drafted to stop the 49ers. Javon's going to beat him up.
Hey, Ronbo, they ain't none of our business. They ain't none of our business.
I know.
We know John Lynch know what he doing. I don't know what they got going on in Seattle. Maybe it's the drugs. I don't know.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
but
man.
Hey,
I'm proud of what we done, man.
Yeah. Did you give him an
A? Oh, yeah, for sure. A+. Yep.
Mark Espinosa wants to know, what's that safety's name from Alabama? So people want to go check him out and do that.
Mate, I think his name, I think his last name is Maiden. I don't know his first name. I think it starts with a J. I can't really remember, but
Maiden. I wonder if it's M-A-I-D-E-N, M-A-D-E-N. Just type out
M-A-D-E-N.
Just
M-A-Y-D-E-N. I don't really know. I don't know. But
you just type in Maiden.
Look up 49ers, UDFA, and it should automatically pop up.
Or Maiden NFL, and yeah, it works both ways. Yeah, it'll work. All right.
Yeah, he should pop up.
All right.
But all right, Ronbo, man, I ain't gonna hold you too long, man. Y'all have a blessed night, man. Everybody wash their hands.
Yes.
I'm proud of what we've been doing, man. Ronbo, keep up this good network, man. Appreciate y'all.
Thanks, Jay. Nothing but pure pleasure, fam. I'll see you tomorrow. All right.
All right, Ronbo, I'll be here for a while.
Looking for you. All right, fam. And there he is, Jamal. Jamal. So I see somebody said Jerick McKinnon's got bigger and faster. I can't imagine McKinnon getting faster. That's absurd. I'll never forget that year he ran through us like a piece of paper in that kickoff return in that first year that Kyle Shanahan was there. I said, who is that?
Get out of here.
Santana. El Santana. Santana.
Ronbo, how you doing, man?
Hey, Santana. You know, the draft is over, man. We're sitting back talking all kind of smack. We feel like we did a good job in the draft. Some people aren't happy, though, with how we attained some of the picks. And there are some guys that are questionable. And then some people are saying there's more questions than answers in the 49ers draft, as the media people are saying things like that, along with giving the Cowboys the crown for having done the best job in the draft. But Santana, you know how we feel about the Cowboys. We're not about to give them a round of applause, and they can burn in no place else. You know? But Santana,
Ronbo,
what are you thinking?
Ronbo, I'm gonna tell you something. There's a reason why we were in the Super Bowl last year, man.
Yeah, thank you.
That's the reason we're the best team in the NFC.
Mm.
You know.
Yep.
I mean, all these analysis and all these other people they can talk about. There's more questions than answers, but at the end of the day, we last year we made a statement to everybody in the league that the Niners are back. You know.
Had plenty of answers too.
I mean,
that's right.
Yeah, I mean, who are we to question what Kyle and John Lynch are doing after long years of losing and having bad seasons, and then all of us and then turning it around.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's like they. I don't know, man. I don't even know. For me, I feel like we just got the people that we wanted to get. You know, that was it. Simple as that. That we needed, you know, just address the spots that we needed. That's it. And then obviously, you know, the analysis want the hot picks all the time, like CeeDee Lamb, like, you know, those hot, you know, those type of guys.
The sexy picks, the ones that don't
really picks, exactly.
determine enough, you know, because skill positions don't do the work necessary to move your team forward. Because if that be the case, the Steelers should have won every last year. I mean, they had, didn't they have Juju Smith-Schuster had 1,000 yards. AB had 1,000 yards last year. How you going to have two wide receivers have 1,000 yards and a running back that's doing a good job, and you still ain't even in the playoffs. Come on, man. That must mean exactly what you're saying.
Crazy.
You got to build them trenches, man. You got to build those trenches.
Yeah,
you can get all those sexy
I
picks
mean,
you
because
want. Yeah.
Yep. So it's like, like what's the most important spot in the field is a quarterback, right?
Yep.
So who protects the quarterback? The O-line. Who has to get the quarterback? The D-line. So those spots are important all the time. So I'm happy we addressed the D-line and the O-line with Kinlaw and what's his name, Trent Williams.
Yeah.
So hey, that's what they say. You got to win the battles in the trenches.
Look what we did. We took Aaron Rodgers and reduced him to a mediocre quarterback. That's what you do. No matter how good a quarterback he is, if he's got to deal with the 49ers frontline defense, he becomes average. That's what I'm saying. That's how you win games. And now, if our offense gets in gear next year, Santana. It's going to be long days for the opposing teams.
Hey, Ronbo, our wide receiver room, it's going to be nice. It's going to be tough to earn a spot in that room, So get that competition going. So
can't follow
so
players.
we're in the right. Yeah, we're in the right path, Ronbo, and everybody, don't listen to what the media is saying. They don't know. They don't know anything.
Just trying to draw attention, make people mad. Making people
yeah,
mad
they're
works.
just trying to draw attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like whatever. I mean, it is what it is, and that's why we're gonna go to the Super Bowl this upcoming year. So, and I'm positive about that, Rombo. So they can talk, but we're still on the top.
And I like when they talk. Because remember how much fun we had with Adam Rank last year at Santana? Remember Adam Rank came out there with no shame, pointing at his little board with all the teams, who's versing who and their schedule. He went down there and had us losing every game except for 3.
Oh yeah, I know. Everybody
I couldn't wait till we won the 4th game. Went right after him. I didn't know he was going there. Wow.
I remember everybody on ESPN and stuff like that. They'd make their little win and lose games and stuff like that. They had us going 0-8. So it's like,
hey, what's that guy who used to play for Aaron Rodgers, wide receiver? What is that clown's name? And he's on the NFL Network. He used to play. I can't remember. James. What's James' last name? Long? Lofton. No, not Lofton.
Yeah. No, I don't even know, Rumble.
Anyway, dude to come in with he never gets his suits tailored properly. Anyway, every week he'd always have the 49ers losing and Green Bay winning. Turns out though, that Green Bay had the same record as we did, but it's pretty funny. I can't wait until next season. I hope things are normal. Man.
Rumble, we're gonna. Man, and you know what, Rumble?
Jones,
we got
James Jones.
Good.
Thanks, guys. Yeah. Andrew, go ahead.
Rumble, we got good, tough players. So I think that's what Kyle is trying to get. Those players that have that dog in them, those players that shed tackles off of them. They just keep adding the extra yard.
That's our D now. Tough. We got to go, fam. Santana, let me see you tomorrow, though.
All right, man.
All right, fam.
All right, for sure, man. You have a good one. All right.
You too.
Later, man.
Right. Yeah, James Jones, man. And I wish he'd get another tailor, man. Who gets the sleeves of their suit tailored so it fits your arm? You know what I'm saying? Hey, fam, let me go down. Cynthia says, I want to apologize for some of the remarks. I didn't give the idea that I didn't appreciate Mosley. I did. But I want to go back to what I said this time last year. This team needs more maturity before we can start closing out on good teams. I think Mosley learned a lot last year, and I don't see him making the same mistakes. So I saw Shea was not happy. I didn't mean to pick on Mosley. I just meant that one play because I don't see him doing that ever again. He is that good to me. So Cynthia says, Mosley looked like he was too tired this Super Bowl. And if that be the case, can you imagine what it's like trying to deal with Tyreek Hill all game, and you did a good job pretty much all game long? Hill was not a factor in that game until that one play. So they were doing a masterful job Maybe we should get some guys we could rotate in the secondary as well. If you get tired, don't feel shame. Just tell Salah, Coach, I'm feeling a little winded. I'm gonna go ahead, let me. Can I get some relief? Yeah. Oh, good. And thanks for telling me. Can I chill it out right here? Get some oxygen over here. Get some Gatorade in here. Get some fluids in. Let's go. And send the next guy out there. So Tyreek Hill, you're still a little sharper. I don't want Hill getting behind you. This is number one on the board. When you're drawing things out, Hill does not get behind anybody. And like Trey pointed out, maybe Ward should have known, and he's being an experienced person he is, or else he thought that Mosley had it. But don't be saying, I believe. Look at Mosley, I know you got this. No. Cheat a little bit to that. So you see Hill come down, but I'm not sure the route he ran, which may have been what confused everybody. Because it looked like he ran a long slant route. But you can only do that if you're Tyreek Hill. A slant doesn't go 40, 50 yards downfield and curve. What? That fooled. Okay, anyway, I'm not hating on Mosley. I think he's going to be fine, and I want him to start next year. I was just saying on that play. So I ain't hating on him. Corvettes rule and Mustangs drool. I'll miss Bucks sweep celebration. Oh, yeah. I forgot. That's right. Let's see what. I wonder what Javon does when he does that. Anyway, Mr. Blockeye says, "What love, Ronbo Sports, drinking Ali's celebrating my birthday." That HBD song by You Made My Day. So that's right, Mr. Blockeye. We just did him yesterday, didn't we? So many good things are happening. The winning continues for my Niners. He wrote it like that. Daniel says drafts aren't decided until 2 to 3 years, so no one won. And then that's a good point, too, you know? But each and every year, on the surface and initially, the way players were advertised and things like that, they award those awards. And, of course, I really don't like it to Jerry Jones because Jerry Jones thinks he knows what he's doing as a GM. You know, Jerry Jones has been failing ever since he got rid of Jimmy Johnson. That was the stupidest move of all time. And the reasons why he did it are even dumber. So when they say Jones won the Derby, it's irritating. God. All right, hey, fam, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to see you tomorrow, Monday Night Raw. And have a great night. Fam, don't forget to hit like. I love me some likes, and you know this. Appreciate you, fam. Niners! Super Bowl bound.